feelings. It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, yeah, you take me higher, baby.
On tonight's show, we're going to take it easy. We just came off the midterms. We're going to go really in depth with it next Sunday because by that time we should know the numbers and everything is cleared up. So tonight's show is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little more relaxed, a little more personality, and then we'll jump right back to being serious next week. Plus, I have come across such a candidate for the worst person of the week. It actually bounced one of our normal segments, which is real or not. Bounced it off. Plus, a oldie but a goodie, a Mickey joke. Stay tuned. Well, that was the longest introduction I ever did to a show in my life. Don't do that again. Thank you for coming to Radical Truth to Power. I am your host, Marlon, along with Anna Hart and Theus Robinson. Tracy Carson will be on later. So, as you heard from the beginning, just treat this as a Saturday show, basically. And I can tell you off the bat now, and I'm waiting for Tracy, so we may have to skip the first one because the first one, again, is another video where me and Foxy disagreed on. But the difference is I've been disagreeing with this thought process since I was a kid. And I'm a grown adult, and I still disagree with it. So that's just to give you a hint. So, and I'm waiting on Tracy to come in, but so she could give her perspective because she's a little more in tune on what this means. But anywho, as you also heard, Real or Nah has been bumped for tonight's show because I found another candidate for the worst person of the year. So there you go. Anna, how's everything going?
It's going good. You're doing a lot of research for that worst person. Oh, it was
Hey,
a busy day for me. It was like, one of those groups that we're going to say goodbye for like 45 minutes.
yeah, we do that on this show too. It won't happen
Mhm.
tonight, but we'll do it on this show because
But it's
hey
been good.
Eugene,
Hey, Mickey. Hey, everybody.
Anna, and Wife is telling everybody hello. Thank you for stopping by. Please drop a comment, which is absolutely true. Please drop a comment even after the show. Ah, there's my sister. Hello, Tracy.
Tracy.
How's
Hi,
everything going
Tracy.
tonight?
It's going. It's going.
All righty.
I had a busy day yesterday and had my mind, I'm going to tape. No, I went, got home at 7. But the workshop went well.
That's good. That's good.
What do you-
Fizz?
I'm alright.
Just tight.
Yeah, because my day was going alright. I was gonna do a video that didn't happen. Hush. Then I was chilling,
Easy.
minding my business. Darn dryer breaks.
Mm.
Yeah. And then this is supposed to be the serious show. And my brother says, nah, we're gonna do Saturday. Keep it light. Serious
Light.
is my fun.
Light-ish.
I'm gonna be serious.
Yeah, some of these are serious.
Ah,
That is sad. That is. Tracy was probably watching it.
I sure was.
Okay.
No, the game that tripped me out was Minnesota versus Buffalo. Oh my gosh, that game gave me a heart. I'm like, stop.
My team already played and won, but yeah, that game was just like I don't even want to talk about it. Let's get this party started.
Yeah.
So Tracy, I'm glad that you came on because the first video you wasn't here. It's this way, dear.
Oh, sorry.
The first video, there you go. The first video, another disagreement between me and Foxy on this video. But like I said, I've been feeling since I was a kid, wrong or right about this. I feel like I'm right, of course. I'm not saying that I am. I just said I feel like that I am right. So without further ado, let's just get into it.
I have absolutely no contact with my parents. I don't talk to them, I don't visit them, and to be honest, I would rather never see them again in my entire life. This might sound bad, but I do have my reasons. I was kicked out of my parents' house the day after my 18th birthday. My father claimed that an 18-year-old is already an adult, and they should be able to live by themselves. Just a heads up, I was still in high school when that took place. I worked part-time, but I couldn't afford housing. I slept on the streets for a few weeks until I found a shelter. Not only that, but I had a lot of rough days after that. The streets are no place for anyone, especially someone that young. Luckily, I managed to finish school. I got into a technical course for programming and got a decent job. Now, 10 years after that, I just graduated college. I actually saved up enough money to do that. However, I can't forgive my parents. I never contacted them and they never contacted me. That is until yesterday. Somehow, my uncle got my phone information and sent me a message. He said that my father is extremely sick, and more than likely, he'll pass away in the next few days. My uncle told me that my father wanted to see me one last time and asked if I could be there. I said no. I absolutely resent and bear a grudge against my father and my mother. My father kicked me out, and my mother did absolutely nothing to stop it. As you might assume, my uncle started to get heated and called me heartless, ungrateful, and a butthole, among other things. I'm pretty sure most of my family feels the same way about me. Honestly, I'm only asking here for my sanity's sake. I will not be meeting them, but I understand the man is dying, and by not going, I'm denying something to a dying man, which might make me the butthole. However, even if it does, I do not care. I would rather be a butthole than see those two ever again.
The whole concept came down to forgiveness. And of course, the whole thing also came down to forgiving the person is not for them, it's for you. I'm going to let everybody speak first before I give my point. Like I said, I've been feeling like this since I was a kid, and it hasn't changed since I've been an adult. So, Tracy, I'm going to let you go first because I kind of know which direction you're going to go. But
He absolutely has to see the father. Absolutely, positively. If not, just to say, hey, I don't appreciate the way that you kicked me out at 18 for no reason. Obviously, it's still bothering him. He can't, it's bothering him to the point. And that's the problem with unforgiveness. It doesn't bother the person that did it to you. It bothers you. You're letting that man and his wife, your mother, live in your mind. No, it'll never be the same. No, you may never reconcile. But you have to, you have to, you have to forgive. It's the only thing. I know it's hard. I never said it wasn't hard. I never said it was easy. But if it's bothering him this much, he needs to at least confront his father and his mother. And that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm pretty sure I know what the three of you are going to say, but
Anna?
It is up to each individual. And I know some people who they have separated from very abusive parents. And so I would say, no, you don't have to go there to be abused again, nor if you cannot come to them with a modicum of humility, then just listen to your gut. You will have to live with it either way. I mean, I don't agree with what I would go, but I don't know the backstory. I don't know what happened between them except for got kicked out at 18, which, how long ago was he told that? Was he able to prepare for it? That it is an unfair thing to just push an arbitrary date, but was that the extent? I don't know. I don't blame anyone. I don't know you're not a butthole for that.
This?
Well, as always, we're getting one side of the story. So we don't know if it was that they were bad parents or he was just that bad of a kid. So, I mean, I'm just saying, what if he completely was a nut, just getting in trouble, doing things that really stressed the family out and put the family on the edge for years. And then he turned 18, they're like, okay, you wanted to be grown, now you're grown. Right? That's one possible scenario, which we're not going to get from him. He's just going to give us the victim card. And then if he's saying that he doesn't care, why are you writing about it? Shut up. I mean, for real. I don't understand why people put their business out here like that. That's why I'm more prone to call it BS because I'm like, for real, if you don't care, why are you telling us? Because you want to have somebody pay attention to you, somebody feel sorry for you. Nah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. One last point.
Mm.
Um, I don't agree with forgiveness is for you, not the other person. Like that's not my mantra. I understand people who hold that, and that's cool. And if it works for them, it works for them. Um, please believe if I forgive you, it was for you. Um, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta let that hurt go, man. Even if you don't forgive them, you gotta let it go, because otherwise, it's just gonna ride with you. And you ain't hurt nobody but you. So, that's what I had.
Here's my deal, and Diaz took some of it. I have never believed in that forgiveness is for yourself and not them. I just couldn't. Now we're gonna take it. Excuse me. We're gonna take everything that this dude said at face value because that's how we have to take it. He wrote the letter. Why he wrote it? Okay. I just don't want to get into the nuances of it. So we're gonna take it on face value. Your parents kicked you out when you was 18, even while you was still in high school. Never checked on you one time apparently since that time. Now your uncle who's calling you, so obviously your uncle and the other side of the family knew what those parents did to you and apparently didn't help either. Calling you to say that your dad is dying and he wants to see you one last time. Of which my question would have been why? Because he never asked that question. Why do he want to see me after all this time? Because I'm gonna tell you something like this, Tracy. I'm not gonna forgive him. Chances are, whatever's gonna come out of my mouth is gonna be the most hurtful thing I could possibly say from the top of my head, and I'm gonna mean every last one of them. Or, and I know this is wrong for me, or I forgive him and he goes off in peace, which is for him, not me. I'm still pissed. I'm still the one who was homeless all those years. I'm still going to be pissed that the whole family knew that I was homeless all those years and didn't lift one finger. Yet this dude going to die in peace. So I'm always going to have that feeling. That's why I never understood the it's for you, not for me. No, whatever it is, I'll get over it. In time, you do. With therapy, you do. You'll get over it eventually using one of those two methods. But forgiving a person, I can't wrap my head around it. I can't do it. I just can't wrap my head around forgiving somebody who wronged me. And I'm just using him, of course, because it's his story. But anybody that wronged me so bad that it affected my life to the point of near death, possibly, 18 with no way of defending yourself at all. But you want me to forgive it, and it's for me? I survived. I just can't do it. I
Well,
sorry.
since you designated me in that answer,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back with one. I never said that forgiveness was easy. I never said it wasn't difficult. I never said that it's a process that happens quickly, but it has to happen. It has to happen for a couple reasons. One is I've always believed if you want forgiveness, you have to give forgiveness. You can't just say, oh, well, I won't forgive, and then you do somebody wrong and say, well, they didn't forgive me. Well, you have to give what you want. That's just, that's a tenet of my faith. I've always believed in forgiveness. And the second thing is, I want God to forgive me. And he said, if you don't forgive others, he's not forgiving you. And I strongly 1,000,000,000% believe that. That's just something, it's been drilled this week. And like I said, it's not easy. It's not. It's not a cakewalk. It's not something that's going to happen. It may take 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 30 years for him to get to that point. But you have to get to that point.
So I'm gonna take the little part about God forgiving me. I'm gonna pick that up and I'm gonna put that over here somewhere. But all the rest of it, I can ride exactly where Tracy's coming from, even though it's not my default setting. It is true that for me, because see, I can't tell somebody else how to live. For me, the few times that I had to actually forgive somebody, it was a weight off of my shoulders, right? Because I'm one of those people, I can't like, I'm gonna use the word hate, even though I don't truly hate nobody, but I can't hate two people at one time. Like it's too exhausting.
Right.
So, like speaking in my own, one of the reasons why I am so slow to forgive, which is one of the reasons why the odds of getting forgiveness from me is like is because I literally wake up and live every day doing my best not to give you anything to have to forgive. Like I go out of my way not to put you in a position where you have to carry a hard heart towards me. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to be irritated with me from time to time, but what I can say is you're not going to say Theus did you wrong, right? So if you do that, then somebody come at you and they really do something harmful to you, a little easier to be like, forget that. You off the list, done, period. But to go back to the original point that I was making, like, I guess transparency moment, right? I've only truly been hurt emotionally maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. And it's all been from some woman I love. But I remember I was so angry with my past spouse, my ex-wife. And one day, because at that point I was angry at my current spouse. And like I said, I can't be that mad at 2 people. And I said to myself, wait a minute. Can she, even if she did apologize to me, can she fix any of this? Can she give me back any of the time that I'm so angry and hurt about? Because it was about, my daughter. And I had to realize, no, like she could come to me and like just completely fall apart. It still wouldn't fix what was done. It wouldn't give me back my time. It wouldn't restore my role. Right. And at that point, I was like, I'm over it. And from that day forward, she and I have been the closest of friends. So that's where I'll say what Tracy was saying makes perfect sense. But I'm not going to prescribe that to others because I don't do that for everybody else. Other people, if you intentionally hurt me or tried to hurt me, my problem is with your intentionality. The fact that you set forth to do it, I'm probably not going to forgive you. I can distance myself from you. I can leave it back here somewhere. But every time I see you, it's there. And like one of my prior pastors had said one day, if every time you see someone and the first thing you think of is what they did to you, you have not forgiven them.
No.
You've compartmentalized it. You might be trying to outrun it, but you did not forgive them. And I was like, that's me. and I'm okay with that. But in
I
this
think
particular
some
case, I mean, this your father. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ignorant.
Yeah,
he gonna make
that's
the
the
decision. He gonna make the decision. He gonna make for real. People do grimy stuff that are close to you and not close to you. And whatever decision you make is on you. But I've seen people who have lost a family member, lost a father or a mother, and left it unresolved. There's no way to close it now. There's zero way
mm-mm.
to get any. If you ever think you need closure, you ain't getting it now.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, even if it's your parent, you know what I'm saying, if it's like that kind of situation, my counsel to you would be go. Maybe not go when they tell you to go, right? Maybe
Okay.
instead of going when the whole family's there, you go an hour before that or an hour after that so that you can get in and get out. But I would say it's probably best to go, you know what I'm saying, seal that up right quick. Uh,
Yep. And that's difficult and that's the other part I took. I was like, I wish I wish I had my parents around so I could be mad at them. But essentially, I'm thinking, dude, you got both of your parents around? Shut up. Like, do you? What I would give, like, I would literally give everything I have, everything, house, car, TV, computer, everything I have, to have at least one of my parents back. And he's about to lose one and still mad at the other. No,
but
it's
Tracy, in his defense, he doesn't have parents,
Yeah.
right? Like
they
you
they're
had parents, whether they
yeah
were perfect, imperfect, they had. That's the thing about being a parent, being a family member. You are all of those things. You're perfect. You're imperfect. You're happy. You bring joy. You bring pain. Like all of those things. You're the complexity of love, right? In his case, yo, y'all kicked me out, and I had to live on the street. That's a hard one, Tracy.
that is a hard one.
That's
I didn't say it was. I never said it
that's
was
a
easy.
hard one.
It was, but I kept thinking, boy, if I had my boy, all the things I wish I had said, all the things I wanted to say, and I did, and it eats at me all the time. It never goes away, never ever. I can sit here and write every letter. They're not going to get to read it. I can sit here and say bad things about them, good things about them. They're not going to hear it.
But the thing that gets me on all of this is the same thing I point out just about every time we do one of these old funky ass stories. Is this is just one side.
That's
Like for
true.
real. I
Because they
know
could have
Marlon was
kicked.
like taking it at face value because it's technically all we really can do. But we're taking it at face value from somebody who's only given their side of the story. You know what I'm saying? I swear for this kind of thing to go down, either his parents were totally bad and he needed to be away from them, or that dude was horrible coming up. Yeah. I'm sorry. There's some kids that are so bad that, you know, look, I done had the police come get you and they keep bringing you back. I done told them I can't control you and they keep bringing you back. When you turn 18, deuces. There's some kids like that.
After kicking them out, the parents had.
That's the part that's bothered me. I'm like,
How are they gonna find them?
They
The
could-
uncle,
You
whoa.
ain't
The uncle called him to.
The uncle
so
did?
he found
Yeah.
a way to find them. They
Okay,
found
it
a way
ain't
to find
nobody
them.
else's responsibility to find you.
maybe
Okay.
you could have gave him some
I don't
time.
care what the situation
So,
is. It ain't
so
nobody
if-
else's responsibility to find you.
So if it ain't their responsibility to find you, then let's ride that completely out, including your daddy about to die and he wants to see you.
And that's
If you
cool.
wasn't responsible for finding me, don't be responsible for finding me now.
That's cool. And then if that's how you feel, you're entitled to feel that way. Like you can either have a hard heart or you can have a different kind of heart. Whatever the situation is, you know, I don't know who posted about it earlier today, but it kind of hit me. It was like, you know what? You know, you're doing dirt for dirt. Now you're both dirty. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, he don't owe that man nothing. Like legit, he don't owe that man nothing.
Maybe
So,
the father wanted to see him to apologize.
well, the father should have worked that out before he was on his deathbed.
Yeah.
Hey, some
So,
people wait till some people do that. They wait
and that's
right
your
to
schedule, not mine. See what I'm saying? Like everybody has a choice of action, is my whole thing. The
Yeah.
father had a choice of action, and he took a particular action. I don't know what brought him to that point, but something brought him to that point, and
Yeah.
that's the decision he made. Right?
He
And
didn't
then
make any action though. The uncle did. We never got any specific. The dad asked the
right,
uncle to.
that's also true. But what I'm
That's
saying is as far as I don't care what the situation is, right? I don't care how innocent or guilty you are in anything. You control your actions.
That's
Period.
true.
I don't care about what nobody did to you. I don't care about what they said, didn't say. You
Mhm.
choose your actions and you're held accountable to those. So your dad did you dirty. That was his reaction, his action. Your action is, I don't care if he did. He ain't my man. He ain't, ain't no real father to me. He was just who I was assigned to. Okay. Own that. And then do what you do.
my deal is, I've said this for many years, and I'll probably die probably saying it over and over again. You can do whatever you want in this life. You literally can.
You sure can.
There's nothing physically, mentally can stop you from doing whatever it is that you want to do in your life. As long as you understand that you're going to also have to deal with the consequences of your actions. So when I say that is, I don't want you to go rob a bank and then turn around and go give all the reasons why you robbed that bank, knowing what the consequence of robbing that bank was going to be. It is
Within reason.
it is
Within
what it
reason.
is.
Within reason. You decided you're going to go rob the bank. Okay. That was a crime.
What is this? Dead presidents? There's no good reason for robbing a bank.
Well, actually, there are very good reasons for
There's
robbing the bank.
no good reason for
There
robbing
is
a
no good
bank.
reason for
There's
Wow,
robbing.
that's a good
absolutely no
There
good
are-
reason.
There
That's a
are
good reason.
reasons.
This is
there
not
are-
set it off. Dead presidents. What's the other movie about robbing a bank?
I don't
With-
know. There's
with
plenty of them
Jo-
out there.
With
I'm
George
just saying.
Clooney, Brad Pitt, and all of them. What was
Yeah.
that? Up the
That's good.
Ocean's
Ocean 7s, 11s, or
11, whatever it was.
Yeah. I got you. I'm just saying. We differ there. Because to me, the money is all insured. That's one. Two, I don't place any amount of money over the bare necessities of life. So
Mhm.
if a person is in a situation where their wife, their child, whatever, will die without medication, I don't care what they do. They can go rob the bank. They can go rob 8 people up and down the block. Hey, you had a good reason for doing what you did. Now, you got to go to jail.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you had a good reason. Because where else you going to get the money? Where else you going to get the money? For my children, and I've said this since my first one was born, and her birthday is today. Happy birthday, Jeanne. Love you, baby.
Oh, happy birthday.
Nisi Poo.
Yeah, that's my baby that made me, help me grow up and be a man. But I said this back then. I will gladly accept hell for them to have a chance at heaven.
Mm.
So when I watched that movie, John Q, you remember that old movie?
Oh, that bad movie, yes.
You whatever. That movie
Sure.
spoke to me. Pursuit
With
of Happiness.
Denzel Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, Denzel Washington.
Right.
His son was sick.
His son was dying. He needed
Dying.
a heart. And
Yeah.
they
Give it
wouldn't
to
approve him for a heart transplant. And he's like, well, I am a match. Then take mine. And they're like, we can't do that. That's unethical. And he's like, well, if I'm dying, will you do it? Well, that's a different situation. Well, then I guess I'm dying. Right? What would I not do? There's really nothing. I would burn this world I'll burn it down over these kids.
Yeah.
Right? Now that's wrong towards whoever else is getting burned down.
Yeah, whoever house.
Right? Whoever is suffering the wrath of me, that was wrong. Oh well. So
we're gonna move on to the next story.
Can you
Because
forgive me?
you see, you don't have anything to forgive. That dad.
I'll say sorry right before they lock me up. They should let me go.
Forgive me. It's not for me, it's for you.
When you're forgiven, that doesn't mean you don't face consequences.
So I don't like that part.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next video because basically, and no disrespect to the women,
Uh-oh.
but this is more up the alleyway of me and Thea's.
Don't put my name on this. Not after that disclosure. Don't put my name on this.
Because I'm going to say something about this situation that I rarely say.
Tracy is right.
You know, sometimes I say that. I don't think Marlon say that too often, but I do be saying that sometimes.
Y'all ain't even gonna try to get me on a different subject. Next video.
So my wife, a 32-year-old female, and I, a 34-year-old male, have been together for 8 years. We have a little girl who's 5 and a baby boy who's 2. I love both of them more than anything, and I finally feel like I have everything. A beautiful wife, 2 healthy kids, a great career, and a big house. The token American dream, minus the dog. I'm allergic. When we talked about kids before, my wife always said she wanted 2. I only wanted 1. It would be easier and we'd have more money for vacations and stuff. But my wife maintained it's important for a child to have a sibling. I grew up with 4 and my wife with none, so I guess I understand where she's coming from. After our son and getting through the baby years and sleepless nights for the second time, I didn't want to ever go through that again. Both kids were very fussy and colicky. But when my son was a year old, my wife began casually mentioning a third. I would laugh it off, but finally she sat me down and said we have to have a third. I said no, we agreed on 2, but she said she wanted 4 and 3 is the compromise. I refused and said I wanted 1 and we have 2. She got angry and called me selfish for taking away her dream of wanting a big family. A couple of days later, she apologized and we passionately hugged. I noticed her drive increased exponentially, but so did mine and I was happy to engage her. She was on birth control, I had a condom, it was all good. Thinking back on it, I probably should have figured something was up, but I was barely handling 2 little kids and work on top of housework and yard work and everything. I came home from work one day while the kids were at their grandparents'. My wife had a huge smile on her face and she sat me down and showed me a positive pregnancy test, literally dancing in joy. My first thought was, oh shit. My wife noticed a less than happy expression on my face and started screaming at me. She berated me for not being supportive and this was a miracle from God and I should be grateful. I said I was sorry and hugged her and said I was super excited for the baby. My wife was delighted and later that night she was calling all family and friends to happily tell them the news. For the baby. My wife was delighted and later that night she was calling all family and friends to happily tell them the news.
What?
So,
Hey man, make sure you get that paternity test, dog. Don't trust it. Get the test.
okay, here's the deal. This, you're partially right. Partially. You're on the right track, but you're partially right. I will give you that. So without further, well, hold on. Let's see. Wait, so did it counter break or something?
Man, you don't ever leave your condoms in the possession of a member of the opposite sex. That is a rule
Excuse you?
you teach your boys before they even
Boy.
think about having sex.
Nah.
You never take her condoms and you never leave your condoms. That is a basic rule. Sexual health and sexual safety is your responsibility. Don't lead them nowheres. And when you know your wife is a little squirrely like this, to the point you haven't protected sex with your wife, bruh, I think she had access to the condoms.
Yep.
Pokety, 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 poke. Pokety, 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 poke.
On to the second half.
News. When she started talking about the nursery and how we'll convert my office into a room, I started to get a little suspicious. Everything was so well thought out, and it seemed like she'd been planning this for a while. When she was asleep, I took the condoms out of the cupboard and ran them underwater. Holes. I nabbed her phone and saw she'd set a password. That was odd. Nevertheless, my wife has a terrible memory, so I tried her birthday and it opened. Further up were texts with my best friend's wife complaining how I wouldn't come around. Her best friend suggested, quote, arrange on accident, end quote, winky face. My wife agreed and said she was going to come off of birth control. It went on for a little while, ending with my wife saying yes, we were going to have a third. So I woke her up immediately and asked her if this had really been a miracle. She got that deer in headlights look and burst into tears. She wailed, and then she got angry. Through tears, she screamed, I had no right to go through her phone, and it's her choice whether or not she wants to take birth control. The side effects are bad, and she was sick. She also brought up if I really didn't want a third kid, I should have had a vasectomy. She told me to go sleep on the couch. I laughed out loud and said, no, I'm sleeping here, you're leaving. So while wailing, she packed a bag and left to her parents. When she called the next day, I told her I just need some time to myself. She said that's fine, but I need to come around for our child. I told her I wasn't sure if it'd be our child, and she cried more. It's been 2 weeks since then. The government's recommended to stay home, and I knew staying home by myself while also working with 2 kids would not be ideal, and she wanted to see our kids. So we're in the same house. She constantly keeps stopping me from work and trying to get me excited for our kid, and planning the nursery and names and how happy our kids will be to get a younger sibling. I've been ignoring her entirely. What do I do? Staying home with her is bad enough, and I don't know if I should leave her over this. I don't trust her anymore. She entirely betrayed me. I'm angry, but I have another child on the way. OP.
All right, man, check this out, check this out, check this out. Peter, can I call you Peter? Peter, look. She cheated on you with you. Okay? So, first thing, get the test. Okay? All right? Because she's obviously not a trustworthy person. She's woohoo, somewhere's going not right. Okay? Peter. Peter. Get the test. Then you gotta ask yourself, Peter, how much do you
I don't even know how you know that rule, but okay.
Wow.
When you break the condom, don't leave the rest of the condoms around so they can find them.
Well, yeah, I mean, like she I guess she decided I don't know which one he's gonna pick up, so I'm gonna poke them all. But this is why you don't leave condoms and nobody can get to them. But anyway, do you love this woman, Peter? Do you plan on actually leaving her, Peter? If you don't, then you need to go ahead and schedule some couples counseling. And this is going to be a really dark, ugly chapter of your relationship. Go on and be a good father and a good husband until she nuts up again, because she will. But till then, you got to continue on, Peter. Get some counseling and work through this shit, right? Because it's expensive, bro. It's expensive. So if this is enough that you just can't trust her no more, which I can understand now, all right, then get the divorce before the baby gets here, or at least file for it before the baby gets here, and then plead your case before the judge. Okay, that's where you at. You got A or B, bro. A or B.
I'll let the ladies go ahead. Whichever one.
I'm with this. Tracy?
People do this.
Yep, I had a friend
Yes.
that got raped by his wife.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody thinks, gee, I want another baby. So I'll take these condoms and I'll just poke holes at. Really? Y'all is that desperate? Like, I've heard of
Mm-hmm.
drastic times calling for drastic measures, but this right here, I can't even believe this. I'm really like, is this um real or not? I want to say no because I can't believe people act. I can't believe somebody would actually do this. In my mind, I'm
If she want
thinking,
that baby bad enough.
Let me ask you a
Mm-hmm.
question, Tracy. Let me ask you a question. Would you believe it more if it was a celebrity? The guy was a
I wouldn't believe
celebrity.
it at all. I would just be like, but, huh? I
See,
mean,
see,
Well,
this why men, you got to step up and be fathers and uncles
and because it,
to these boys because they need to know you don't leave your supply with someone else. You do not rely on her supply for anything, anything.
I mean,
And after the act has been fulfilled, you dispose of the condom. That's your job.
but
Don't leave that with
mm-hmm.
her.
but some woman's thinking. I wonder what if this story had reversed and he had a vasectomy and she would have found out. Well, she would have been upset, probably. So she's expecting. First of all, I got to get
She
past
was
the
serious about the vasectomy part. That was just her saying
first.
to get the
Yeah.
blame off of her. That's all that was.
I'll get to
Yeah.
that part too, Tracy. But go
I'm
ahead.
just like, but wait a minute. This whole thing. Maybe I live in like magical world where everything works out just fine and everybody tells the truth. What?
That
What?
ain't this world.
It ain't this
That is a
world.
magical world.
That
Sorry,
is a
love.
magical place, boy. That's
That's
a
that's the
I'm
that's
just
the
like, first
that's
of
the
all,
nice Dr. Martin Luther King dream, but that ain't the
but
reality.
if you've
yeah.
already agreed on how many children you're gonna have,
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. Nope, they
no,
didn't.
He
But
she
she
said
wanted a
that he said they wanted two.
No, no,
and
no.
then she came back
He
and
wanted
wanted
he
one.
wanted a
He
big
wanted
he wanted
family.
one.
one.
He wanted,
He wanted
Agreed to
one.
two,
They
but she
wound up with
really
two.
wanted more.
yeah, she wanted a big family because she was an only child.
See here,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna let you finish, Tracy. Here's how the numbers work, which is the first BS. Okay, he wanted one.
Yep.
They wound up with two. She came back. BS alert. I want another one.
And then she
Not,
said
not,
something
the,
about
not the
four.
other one is the BS. The BS part came with I really wanted four, but I'm compromising with you for three. Yeah, you
Y'all ready for
should have
this
had some
conversation to go a different way?
alert bells
He
going
should have
on.
just went and had a vasectomy and said, "Girl,
Why?
bye."
Why?
What?
Why?
He doesn't want any more kids. If he didn't want more children, then you should take the steps to not have more children.
I can agree with you. I can agree with you to an extent.
He-
Like I didn't want to be a mother, so I took the steps
But
not to become a mother.
Tracy. He married to this woman. He thought they were in agreement, right? She said she was on birth control. First of all, dudes, don't ever listen to her when she says she on birth control. Don't believe that's some dumb shit. Don't do that. But anyway, she said, because that's still not permission to go shoot the club up. I'm just saying, don't do that, guys. Stop it. All right. But anyway, oh, and there's more things to catch. The worst disease to catch is not AIDS. It can be children. So anyway, now she said she was on birth control, and then he doubled it up with the condom. Right? So now, in his mind, she's taking care of her part, he's taking care of his part.
Yeah.
The thing that broke down was she stopped taking care of her part and sabotaged his part.
His. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
personally leave this girl. I would
Right.
personally leave her, get custody of the kids, because there's something wrong
He ain't
in
gonna
her
get custody.
mind.
He ain't gonna get custody.
There's something wrong in her mind to sit here and think, gee, let me take this condom and poke holes in. Like, how do you? I'm not
That
gonna ask
biological clock
how
got
you
the
do
got the
it,
clicking.
but like, why? I still can't believe this. I can't believe that people actually do this. I can't.
Man, look, first of all, Fellas, if
time.
y'all are watching, I know I keep talking to the fellas, but fellas, I gotta talk to you, man. Because some of y'all ain't being raised right. Okay? I get it, man. Your daddy ain't around, you're only raised by your mama, you ain't get all the game. I get that. I get that. So look, listen, you already heard the first things I said. Okay? Okay. Second of all, look, you know where babies come from. Think it through, bruh. I'm just saying, all right, look, you know she was not on board with this two and done
She
thing.
wanted another one. And
Wait a minute, Parker. You
what?
wrote
This
this
is part of the
wrong.
MLK. I have a dream speech where he said, "I dream of a day where a woman will sneak into a man's belongings and poke holes in the condom. We will get to the promise. We'll get to
That
the
verse
promise."
was taken out because it was too much truth in it. But
Yep.
I'm just saying, in this particular scenario, he has not shown. I didn't hear anything where he's wrong.
He's not wrong.
The
She
only
wrong.
thing that could be an error is not actually having her come to a verbal agreement on where y'all were on kids. But until you run into something like this, what the hell make you think that where y'all were wasn't an agreement? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yo, that's what it is. She really wanted another kid. She played you.
She wanted 4 kids.
She played you.
4.
You got to decide whether you want to stay in that marriage or not, and then move from there.
But I wouldn't be mad if you left her, because she.
Nah, but you know, at some point you get too old to sleep on your best friend couch. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I'm saying. You need to figure out what you want, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can afford having this extra child, and you're gonna love this child because it's your baby, then this may be something y'all just need to work out through counseling so that she knows it stops here, right?
Yeah, and visit a urologist.
And definitely, yes, definitely, and get the test.
Yeah, because what makes me think, I'm like, because she may have dipped out on him. She wanted that baby. Did she really care who the fuck? And then she gonna go to you went through my phone. Girl, if you hadn't been texting your friend, he wouldn't have had nothing to find. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe people do this. I'm having a hard time
that's
with
what I was
this.
gonna say. I was gonna say this to the fellas. Fellas, I gotta tell you this. All right, so look, these types of things do and can happen. Okay.
When do y'all know people that do this? Because I ain't never met nobody.
Known a few weird situations, but the thing is, there's still very few and far between. So what I don't like is when fellas take these outlier moments and try to pretend like all women like that.
No.
Nah, bro.
No.
I can't ride with you once you go that route. I can't go with you there.
On that one.
I can't go with you there, man. But you can do reasonable things to be responsible. Better yet, I put it this way: value your bloodline. Now, in this particular case, he did everything right. He's married to the woman. He thought he had an agreement. All that stuff going well. Cool. He got played. He can't control that. He just has to decide what he does from here. But for all you runabouts out there, value your bloodline, man. Ain't nobody's responsibility to value your name but you. Done.
I'm still can't.
I'm gonna speak real quick so I can see if I can get this other video in before the hour, at least the first half of it. The first time, probably the only time that I would say something like this, on a story like this, this is divorce. I can't do it. I can't even see myself even contemplating staying with her. There is nothing in my body that says I want to work this out because I don't even trust you no more. And once the trust is gone, I'm done. Because here's the deal, and I say this is the first time I said it because infidelity. And even then, I'd say I still don't call for divorce. Something went wrong. Y'all need to figure out what it is and everything else. Y'all need to work it out. If you can't work it out, fine. I get it. I understand. It is what it is. If you can't work it out, fine. I get it. It is what it is. But at the very least say that you tried to work this out. This situation right here, what's the workout? What's the workout? All the trust in this woman is gone. All of it. I cannot trust you past any words that come out of your mouth.
Now, yep.
There is no action you can do that's going to make me trust you. There is no words you can say that's going to make me trust you. Nothing. Do you understand that we're listening to these stories? We're listening to it. Do you know the actions that that woman had to go through to do this for the goal that she wanted? Like, I know we're sitting here talking about poking holes in the thing, but she had the plan of poking holes in the condom. I know we sitting there listening to her going, I'm just going to get off birth control. No, that was a plan. She planned all of this. She doubled down. If the birth control may not work, we'll make sure something else do. So the two things to prevent another pregnancy, she went out of her way to eliminate. And you want me to believe that this won't happen again?
Hey, man, that means she's goal-oriented.
That means she had a goal in mind. She said, oh, yeah, watch this. Boom, boom.
She got a can-do attitude, Marlon.
All I can look at right now is looking at her going, look what I can do. Because I'm not dealing with her.
Here's what she said. Drastic times call for drastic measures. And I still can't believe that people do this.
Love is an action word.
I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go.
Pokey, pokey, poke, poke, poke.
Pokemon?
You poke her, she poked you.
And I think they'll say, go, never mind.
I know. We'll get to it at the end, I'm sure.
Tear the club up. Tear the club up.
You know what? I'm not gonna have time. Go ahead, Tracy. I'm not gonna have time for the video.
When the child comes and he sees the child, I'm hoping, because I still have a hard time believing women poke holes in condoms. I still, my gut says, nah, ain't no woman that desperate to have some man's baby. But maybe I'm just living in sugar land, whatever. When she explains, like, is she gonna explain to the child how the child got here? Like, I poked a hole in daddy's condom so you could be here. That's how much I loved you.
That conversation would never quite go down that way. People along the line go, you know, I always wanted to have you.
You were wanted just like your brothers and sisters, and you were born from love.
But here's
I deceived your daddy, and then I poked holes in his condom, and then I went off of birth control, and then he thought I was still on it.
Put that out of her head as soon as possible.
But Tracy, here's the deal that none of us brought up, including me, because I just thought of it, which is funny as crap. How you gonna? I ain't gonna say how. I'm just saying it just to put this thought out. How is that dude gonna love that child?
Love him like he would any other child.
He's gonna love it.
You would think so, and I hope.
I have no doubt of it.
But that guy gonna have to go down with, dude, I wasn't calling for you. As a matter of fact, I was tricked to have you.
Nah, that's like saying, like, when a woman is having sex with a dude and he, slides the condom off without her knowing, or they get pregnant and they weren't planning on it. How is she gonna love this child? She gonna love that child because it's her child. It ain't no different for the man. Sure, that's his child. That's his child.
To be a little more realistic, Theus.
He should, but sometimes they don't.
There's the abortions line.
I mean,
this guy don't have that.
There ain't no way in the world that woman giving him an abortion. Ain't no way.
Oh no, she should.
No. I'm going with what you were saying. He slips the condom off, gets her pregnant, She wasn't planning on having no baby.
Yeah, but Marlon, what you just said though, that's actually separate and apart, bro. Because if a woman doesn't believe in having an abortion, or she just doesn't see it that way, and she wasn't raped, it was she was with someone and they were having sex and she got pregnant.
And she
The
wanted
odds
to.
go up with everything I just said goes up with her keeping her baby. And then when the baby is born, she probably gonna love that baby just like she would love any
No,
other
she gonna spoil
baby.
that baby rotten because she gonna be like, "This is the child I can see." What is
I
she?
just don't think that I don't think the transactional nature of it really factors in most cases. If it does for a dude, then he was already like that. He already was somebody who wasn't gonna be right about his kids because it is yeah. But I do agree with what you were saying though about her.
She got
Like
some
she's a
nerve.
whole different person now. Like I don't care what it was before. The fact that this happened,
She
you're
playing.
not the same person. I don't care what you do, what you say. Like
Mm-mm.
I
Trust
said,
is
go get counseling.
gone.
But I know me, we might as well go ahead and drop this right now. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I will never
Yep.
I'm
regard
sorry.
you.
There's no exercise that you gonna tell that you gonna tell me that's gonna work this out. I'm sorry.
And if he does stay with her, go see a urologist.
Well, if he does stay with her, don't have sex with her no more.
Is
Why
so
you gonna
okay.
Yep.
Cheat, 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 cheat.
adultery is not an option.
That's
That's
not an option. It's an
that's
option.
the worst
It's
thing
the
you
wrong
can.
option.
No, Theus.
It's the
No.
That's
wrong
the
option.
worst thing. Yeah, just cheat on her. No, you might as
No.
well just divorce her.
I agree. That's why I said they should just go ahead and go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But
don't
don't
cheat
have
on
sex
her.
with her no more.
But
Yeah.
then you can't cheat.
That was just a third option.
She let him out.
See, that was one of your things from yesterday. I mean, Friday, Tracy, who let the dogs out? His wife.
No, I'm just saying, like, for example, it does adultery is never
Never
Right now.
good. Never.
hold on. It's never the right thing to do. Because this is about you. This is about you. What type of person are you? Right? So in that particular case, you should not cheat. Now we start sliding into a different place though. She violated the trust. The fact that she violated trust, she has redefined your relationship. So are you truly cheating given that she's already violated the trust of
Yes,
the
you
relationship?
truly are cheating.
No, you're not.
Violated that
It
contract.
depends
Yeah.
on his definition. She broke
Yes,
the contract
he's cheating.
first. She redefined this
Mhm.
relationship.
He's
What's
cheating.
best is for them to split up, and then he has to go through the harsh reality of she, through her own decisions, has ruined this aspect of his life, right? Because speaking as a father, not having your child under your roof is a heavy, heavy load when you believe in being a father. And knowing that somebody else's decision is why you can't be the father you could be, that's heavy. That's hella
And
heavy.
it hurts. And
It hurts more than anything I've ever experienced in my life. Okay? So that's just me being real with you. So the reality is, given what this situation is, I would say leave. You need to leave, but you will be damaged for the rest of your life. Because odds are she's going to get to keep your kids.
Yeah.
Because what she did was against you, not against them. So she's going to get to keep the kids. So now you have to be a father once removed. That's
Yeah,
a
but staying
psychic
with her
load.
is not a good option either because
Staying with her is also
That's
a
a
heavy
tear.
psychic load because
Yeah.
now you're with someone you do not trust, you do not like, you barely even love. But
The
you
fact
can
of the
be a
matter
father to
is,
your
if
children.
he
So
stays with her,
It's all bad.
with her, that house is going to automatically be toxic.
Not necessarily automatic.
As time goes on.
She's a toxic person. Oh my goodness. Like,
Well, she might have been having a toxic moment.
I'm not saying
But-
her, and I'm not even saying him. I'm saying that house is going to become toxic. She's already displayed that she's trying to play it off by coming and stopping him from working trying to gaslight him into this is a good idea. This is great. We got names in the nursery
Basically,
and
she's
everything
like,
else.
we're here now. Let's
Yeah,
build
we're
from
already
here.
here now. He's already not feeling her. And I'm going to tell you why it's going to be real toxic is because as much as we don't think the kids are paying attention,
They are.
kids are paying attention.
Yeah, they know that
They're going to
it's not
see
right.
this. They're going to want to know why daddy is sleeping in the other room 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week,
Every
5
night.
nights a week.
Because mommy is a deceiver.
Yeah. And
I mean, you can't tell them that. You can't tell them that.
It's because daddy snores.
Yeah, you gotta
that's a
tell them
good
something
thing.
else.
Let's go ahead and start lying off the bat now.
But
I
daddy
mean-
probably do snore. You know, most people snore.
Yeah, they do.
This is literally the end of the first hour. So I got it now. When we start getting off on another subject, I know
No,
it's
I'm
time
not
to move
taking it
on.
on another subject. I'm just saying that it's never going to be as healthy as it could be if you had two people who genuinely loved and respected. That's the big one. Respected each other and could actually have a fully evolved trust circle. That's the ideal. If he stays with this person, you'll never have the trust circle.
Sure won't.
And you'll never have that respect thing because he's going to grow to resent her more and more and more. No matter how hard he tries not to, he will resent her, right? Because he knows he can't have what he thought he was going to be able to have. Now, they could have had their relationship could have went off the rocks for any number of reasons. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road. You don't know. Life is complicated. But you do know because of this, we can't have what I thought we could have.
And what about the friend who said, "Girl, what you need to do is poke a hole in that
We keep
condom"?
having these
What?
stories with the girlfriend
Tracy,
just
I'm gonna tell
sloppy
you
and
right off
messy.
the bat, I know about that friend because the friend it ain't affecting her. See, she
No,
feel
she
like
sure didn't.
She already helping her friend. This is what her friend wants. She helping a friend. Whatever happens ain't gonna affect her.
She ain't got to babysit.
This
She
is
ain't
that
got
puppy
to
babysit.
conversation.
She ain't got to have the baby. She ain't got to sleep with the husband. Hey,
This is the puppy situation. This is like, in my case, right? My wife is scared of animals, right? I don't care if it's a rabbit or a dog. She's scared of it. Me and the kids really want a dog.
But you can't have one because she's
we
scared.
can't have one because she's terrified of it. She's scared of a puppy or a dog. It don't matter. And what goofy advice do I get every once in a while? Just go get a puppy.
just go get one. Yes.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa. Nah, I can't do that because even if, let's say hypothetically, she ends up falling in love with this big-eyed, goofy thing that I have forced into her life, right? Because puppies will do that to you. You will end up, I think you'll end up loving a puppy eventually because it's going to make you do it. But how did this all come to be? It would have all come to be through me manipulating a person that I spend every day saying I love. That's a problem. And see what she did, take the puppy and amp it up a bit because now we got a baby. Yes, he will love that child because he's going to go through the pregnancy process with her. They're going to go to all the medical visits. They're going to be there when the baby is born. The baby's he knows it's going to be half of him and half of her. And it's going to be the sibling of his 2 children that he adores. And he's going to fall hopelessly in love with that little baby and still hate her guts.
All right, everybody. That's our first hour. We will move on to the second hour. So everybody that's new, what we do is we will take a 3-minute break to reboot and refresh. And again, if you wasn't here for the beginning of the show, explain it to you again. The worst person of the year, part 3. I think it was the third one. I want to think it was 4, but I only counted 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the worst person of the year award, nomination, was so bad that it literally knocked out Real or Nah. So we're going to take a 3-minute boot to reboot We're going to take a 3-minute break to reboot and refresh, and we will see you on the other end.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I always stay dreaming, never imagine I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. Higher to a bird. You, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free.
We are back for the second hour of Radical Truth to Power. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and pay some bills, shall we? Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/Tracy Media LLC. Help support Tracy and all her causes. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/Complex Mind. Help support Theus and all his causes. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/Radical Truth to Power, exactly the way it's spelled, capital R, capital T, capital T, capital P. Please do not forget to go to Anna Hart's website, BorelliEtc.com. Learn something that you didn't think you needed to know, but you should. If you need to send me any videos, which I did, thanks Parker. Parker sent me a video that I'm playing next week. radtp@outlook.com. That's radtp@outlook.com. And of course, as always, we will continue this month and 2 weeks of next month for the worst of the year nominations. And every time I think I'm done, somebody else pops up like a glittering moron. And please do not forget that Saturday Night Vibe is every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live.
I have some bad news, everybody.
What's up?
Linda Paulson lost her race for Utah's District 12, her Senate race.
Um,
The
All
rapping
that,
granny,
Yep.
yes, she
That
lost.
rap didn't work.
but she knows
It
what a
did.
woman is.
She lost, y'all. I'm devastated. I am devastated.
Are you devastated or are you elated?
Mm.
I just wanted to tell everybody this. We'll get through this together, but she lost 57% to 42%.
To a Democrat?
Yes.
Wow.
In Utah? Idaho? What was
But
which one
also
of
on
them,
a
which
very,
one of
One of
the
them
mayonnaise
over there.
states was she in?
but Tracy, I bet it on the wrong
Idaho,
horse.
As Idaho?
I thought it was
Utah,
Utah.
something.
It was
I thought it was
Utah.
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 Yeah.
She ran
It's one of
for
them
Utah.
states I
Okay.
don't even think about
Utah's
until somebody say it.
Senate District 12.
Take my word for it. There's a white woman, old white woman rapping, and she lives in Utah. I don't think I will ever forget this fact.
Linda Paulson, we throw one up for you, Shawty.
She
This
gave it her
one's
best.
dedicated to my homies in that gangsta league. Why does it have to go so soon? You're my boy Blue.
I can't believe that you're losing. They don't understand the Constitution.
You know, I ran a good race and they beat me in my face. And I know what a woman is.
I'm gonna take my responsibility
I
and go home.
supported the Constitution, and this is the
She's got to be
solution
in the
that
countdown.
I
She's
don't
got to be.
agree with.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
heard?
Cause I'm sorry, the rap was awful and everything else. She's in the race simply for.
She looked so creepy.
Gotta have to
Goodness,
bounce with it. And then lean back.
She didn't do a lean back.
She did lean back. She had to lean back.
This is
Roll the tape. Roll the
No.
tape.
No, don't rotate. Do not rotate.
Oh, but if I find that desperate times call for what desperate measure, dude? Yeah,
That
run
is
that.
drastic times call for drastic measures.
Oh, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it wasn't my favorite.
Let me tell you
phrase,
about my favorite
so I
quote.
will forget it. Unlike him, who it was his favorite phrase, and he had to look it up again. So,
And I know he's in the countdown, so I'm not even tripping.
oh, he's in there. He's in there. Linda Parsons is in there.
But she
And-
wasn't bad though.
She
Oh,
was
this is- you know what?
terrible.
Wait a minute. This is fourth. Sorry. This is the fourth candidate. No, this is fifth candidate. Linda Parsons, Desperate Times Call for Desperate Measures, Dick Dat Patty Whack, whatever that
Oh,
That
chit
was
chat.
abomination.
Shitty.
Chit chat, chatterwhack.
Dick Dat Patty Whack. The guy whose father left him 10 years ago and decided, hey, I still want my parents' house. So that's four. So this is fifth.
The praise dancer.
I'm trying to figure out why the gangster granny that went out there and kidnapped a business owner. And
Is
I don't know why that
nowhere
one ain't on
in
the
the
list.
thing, man. Move on. I made a whole new category for you, real or nah. I made a whole new category for you.
She
But
kidnapped
Trace, I
that
forgot to
man.
tell you, I never said I bet it on the wrong horse to lose. I said that Marjorie Taylor Greene was going to lose and Laura Boebert was going to win. Laura Boebert lost.
Did Laura
Marjorie Taylor
lose?
Greene-
She's
I thought it
not
was
lost
still too
yet. They're
close.
still, it's like 8.
They're still counting.
They're still
I thought she was
counting.
going.
Yeah, I listened to old boy this morning on an interview, and he's like, "Yeah, we're up by like 1,000, but it could go anyway, either way.
It's still
It's
1,000 votes
almost
to
definitely
count.
going to go to a runoff."
I don't think they have a runoff state. They'll just legally challenge it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
And then meanwhile, we got old Herschel.
The Georgia runoff is on my birthday.
America is the greatest place in the whole U.S.
It's not fair.
I
I feel bad for people who have to have their birthdays around election days. That's just
My
not right.
daughter, my youngest daughter's birthday is November 8th. So
I'm
December
sorry.
got the day off from school.
I knew it was
Yeah.
going to be in December. I was like, I think it's in
Yeah,
December.
December 6th.
Yep.
December 6th. Last time. I mean, last year. Right? Pour one out for her, man. Gangsta Granny.
Thank you. Nobody ran, so I did it. Like, ooh.
Speaking of which, man, look, I think do state senators also get 6-year terms?
I think in Indiana they get 4.
Okay, I need to find
I
out.
think it's 4 and 6. 4
'Cause-
Senate, 6 House.
No, he said locally.
Oh, locally.
Yeah, I got to figure that
don't
out
know.
because, like, where I live at, my state senator ran completely unopposed. And while, yes, he is a Democrat, my concern is in the last 4 or 5 years, I have not heard him announce a single town hall. I haven't seen him anywhere. I haven't heard anything from him. And I know traditional politics say
Wow.
don't show up because if you show up, people, remember you and then they vote you out. It's better to just kind of fade away. But I'm like, nah.
Who says that?
People who are like tied to the game, people who are like in the game, they're like, no, you don't go out there and make any noise because if you make noise, people remember who you are. But if you stay quiet, then you can get reelected as an incumbent. But I'm like, what's the point of having a job? He ain't doing a job. So yeah, I might have to run against him.
This is the stupidest. This country does some of the dumbest
Theus Robinson,
things in the
State
world.
Senate, Georgia, coming for you.
Depending on the state.
Yeah, depending on the state.
The state senator is anywhere between 2 years or 4 years.
Yeah.
Every 2 years here.
It's every 4 here, I think.
Here is 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Indiana is 4. It's 2 for the representatives and 4 for the state senators.
This country is something else. Anyway.
Where's your nomination? It's got to be the praise dancer. It's got to be.
Oh, what praise dancer?
The moonwalking guy. Come on! You don't remember the white guy? He hit the moonwalk and the Bobby Brown and the.
I never saw that.
You played it.
The praise dancer.
Yeah, the renewed guy. It was 3 singers. It was two female singers, a white guy, and he went Bobby Brown.
Oh man! Oh, good G bus. You said praise singers. That was a Lawrence Welk type.
Lawrence Welk didn't have them kind of moves though. He was.
I don't know who y'all talking about.
Then the 2 and the. No, let's go ahead and get to the worst of the worst and get this crap out of here. So yeah, okay, let's just get to it.
Taking my daughter and leaving the wedding after her stepbrother pulled her wig off? Well, I can say right off the bat, if it's because she has cancer, then yeah, you're not the butthole. Okay, my daughter Megan, who's 16, just finished her cancer treatment. Do I even bother reading the rest of this post? Do I? Because we know the answer. We don't know who pulled the wig off or why they pulled the wig off, but we already know they're the butthole. That sentence is all it took, OP. Okay, all right, let's power through it anyway. My daughter lost her hair in the process, and she's been incredibly insecure because of it. She no longer meets up with her friends, nor welcomes them at our home, or even meets family in person. It's been bad to say the least. But her stepbrother, Ben, who's 18, has been making it worse with his nagging comments and jokes about her looks. He tried taking and posting pics of her secretly to share. Yo, what? But I shut that down, even though my husband thought that it was just harmless teasing. My husband's sister's wedding was last week. My family wanted Megan to go, but she didn't want to. I spent so much time trying to help her and convince her to start socializing again and see family. She agreed under the condition that I let her wear a wig, which I agreed to. Not only that, but I took her shopping to pick her own wig, and she looked beautifully stunning in her pixie hairstyle wig. My husband and Ben laughed when they saw it. I don't know why. We went to the wedding and everything was going well until this happened. We were all sitting and we started talking about Megan's look, and suddenly Ben reached over and pulled off her wig and exposed her bald head. I was shocked and I froze, but Megan yelled, then took her wig and ran. Ben, his cousins, and some guests started laughing. Yo, what? Is this like an 80s high school movie? I was upset, especially when I looked over my shoulder and saw my husband sitting next to his mom laughing. Yo, is this post real? I lost it on Ben and berated him in front of everyone, then took my stuff, got Megan, got into the car, and went home. Ben and my husband didn't have a ride home, and my husband kept calling me, but I didn't respond. He came home asking about me leaving mid-wedding and upsetting his sister, and then leaving him and Ben with no ride home. I argued with him about how Ben embarrassed Megan and humiliated her publicly, which must have ruined what's left of her self-esteem. He said it was just kids teasing each other, and that I overreacted, and Ben had no malicious intent. He was just messing with her. I said I was sick of it, but he said that this is their way of bonding as step-siblings, and I was getting in the way of it and being overprotective and unreasonable. We didn't talk after that, and Ben is refusing to apologize, and his dad is backing him up. All right.
I told you.
Told me what?
Every time I keep thinking, people can't get worse.
I don't know why you chose this one for us to even listen to. All right, look. We have a young lady who's dealing with cancer. We have a stepfather and a stepbrother who are pieces of shit. And that's the whole story. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole story. What is it? I don't know, man. That's all I got.
Tracy or Anna go, because I got a good long rant on this one.
Anna, you go first, because I'm trying to remember. I went to church today, so I'm trying to really keep it under control.
Ben was an asshole. That's it.
How old was the stepson?
All right. 16, I guess. I don't know.
If he's
No, he was 18. He was 2
he's
years older than
18. Punch him in the face. Punch him in the face. Normally,
I'm just trying to figure out what's the hey, just John.
Jonda.
I just don't see
Jonda?
what we supposed to get out of this, man. I mean, except for to be triggered. I mean, was that the goal to trigger us?
Yeah, I'm not.
Is that what this was? You just want to trigger us, Marlon? Like,
We've been doing this show for so doggone long. Are we still getting triggered by stuff?
yes, this would trigger
this
us.
is like
I just want to make sure before I get.
We're talking about a 16-year-old
I just want to make
child.
sure before I say what I have to say.
because I ain't finished yet.
Go ahead.
Punch him in the face. I'm not for corporal punishment. I'm not a fan of it. I'm all about forgiveness. But sometimes people like that little stepson and especially the father, because
It's
he's
the stepson,
condoned.
the father, and the grandfather. This thing, that whole family tree is free.
She needs to
Divorce. That's all you got.
yes,
Divorce.
that's it. Ain't no coming back from this one. Ain't no, and then punch him in the face.
Fine.
Just punch him. Matter of fact, let the girl with who had to wear the wig, let her do the punching, because she
She ain't got it in her. They just broke this little girl.
They just broke her for what? She's antisocial because she's undergoing cancer treatment. And you think it's good natured teasing? Are you serious? Are you serious? No, not only should she punch the stepson in the face, she should punch the so-called father and his family jewels. This is just reprehensible. I don't know how low you can go, but she needs to go that low. This is
Tracy went to church and then chose violence. Wow.
no, because this is unusual that I go the choose violence route. This is just so wrong on so many levels. Like, so the girl has cancer. She's lost her hair. Think about what she's going through, and you're gonna say it's just teasing. No, here's some teasing. That's teasing. Now, how about that? No, I am not the cause her person's life. I'm not. But sometimes the hood in me want to do some stuff like this, because this, no. No, no, no.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This guy might be asshole of the year.
Yeah,
That,
I'm not.
that's a
Yeah,
tough one.
this is way worse than the guy who asked for the house back. This is way worse.
Mm, mm.
All right, producer, put the camera on me.
Camera one, please.
I'm gonna do this whole thing without cussing, because you don't even deserve me using foul language. Fossey had cancer. Fossey lost her hair, and I shaved my head in solidarity to her.
Uh-uh.
You don't deserve to be married to absolutely no one. That's one. You and your inbred family need to go
Hmm.
somewhere else, be by yourselves, and live your happy little hillbilly tirades that you think in any kind of way, shape, form, fashion that this is funny. Nothing that you did was funny. Nothing that you did is just bringing anybody together. What you did is what you wanted to do. You wanted to humiliate this girl. And you wanted to humiliate this girl because of the same situation that we go on in this country all the time. She is now othered. She is not your norm. So you're really going to go out of your way to make sure that she's not. So, from the bottom of my heart, you can go to hell. And whatever happens to you, happens to you. You have now fallen into the category of what very few people have meant to me. I don't want anything to happen to you, but I'm not going to be sad when it does.
Was he the stepfather or the father?
Stepfather.
I don't care if he was the father, the
I
stepfather, the
wanted a
grandfather.
clarification. Thank you.
And by the
Mm-mm.
way, Tracy, by the way, I wholeheartedly agree with everything that you said, but it wouldn't have been because it's something that I wanted to do. It simply would have been a reflex.
Yeah, he got punched
It, it,
straight
it
in the
really would.
face.
It literally would have just been a reflex.
Oh, and then when I got home, I would have changed the locks. His stuff would have been sitting out on the porch. He could take him and that little freckle faced boy. I don't know if the boy got freckles, but I'm just gonna say little freckle faced boy. And y'all go on live with the rest of your family, making
Well,
moonshine or whatever it is y'all do for fun, and insult each other because ain't none of that mess coming around here.
one of the
Mm-mm.
things I would say is I doubt that these were rednecky folks. I think these are probably your upper crust, middle class
Mhm.
suburbanites because it just
Mhm.
seems like that kind of arrogance. Um, y'all know I choose violence, but in this particular case, I wouldn't have put my hands on 'em. My only focus, my only concern would be what hers was.
Girl.
Where is my daughter?
Yeah.
I'm going to get my daughter and I'm going to save her from this situation that I feel bad I even convinced her to come and be a part of. And then by the time my so called husband and stepson got home, it wouldn't matter. We wouldn't be there. We would have gotten to the house first. We would have packed up what was most necessary for us to have,
Mhm.
and we would have left that house. and we would have been at my mother's house, a hotel. I don't give a damn. But what we not gonna do is take my daughter anywhere that will remind her of that. Because now I have to try to put her back together before she falls completely apart. That's my only purpose. I ain't putting my hands on you because now I go to jail. Now who's gonna take care of my baby?
This
Right?
little girl is already
But I'm gonna
fighting for
run
her
you
life.
for every dime you got in this divorce. I'm gonna run you so hard. You and your little knuckleheaded son, y'all gonna both be paying me money.
And the
You know
fact
what
that
I'm
he
saying?
was teasing her throughout the case, not just at the wedding, which was horrible, but he was teasing her throughout her cancer treatment.
Hey, kids can be snots, and at 18, you're
That's-
still a kid. But my thing is, that's where a parent
I
has
was
to be
like,
forceful and attentive, because he obviously never took her on as his daughter.
no, because he was
No.
okay with it. He
No.
shouldn't have to apologize. It's just cheating.
No.
He was choosing sides. You take care of your kid, I take care of my kid, and that's how he was running it. I bet that's how you want to run it. You and your kid live your life. I am devastated that my baby is devastated.
She's gonna have to go through therapy, and she's already.
And we
Like-
say that a lot, right? We always say therapy and counseling, and I do agree because I think it's important because you got to get you got to get as much as you can out, because if it stays inside, it just tears you apart,
yeah.
right? But that even then, there's no coming fully back from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I say punch him in the face.
well, punch him in the face, and now what? She's coming out, and I'm not trying to sound funny or nothing. She's coming out of cancer treatment. She can't fight nobody.
No, you
And
wait
the
till
mama-
she get home,
And
and
the
then
mama can't fight nobody.
she got family. Don't make me. I will call every cousin my family. Y'all go get him. Get
You got
him.
you got one purpose in life, and that's to take care of that baby. That's it.
At this
That's
point in
it.
time, Tracy, I understand what you're saying.
Get him.
I'm
I'm gonna take care of my child, but
And I hope
get
only
him.
bad
Yeah.
things happen to him for the rest
I
of his
get
life.
what
but
I
I'm just
get the
saying.
feelings right now, but right now, my baby hurt.
That's true.
Now,
I'm gonna tend to my
do I
child.
need to take care of? Do I need to take care of my baby, or do I need to be selfish because I'm pissed off and I just have to push this dude?
But you can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can
No, I
take
can't.
care of that
No, I
If
can't.
child.
No, I
you
can't.
punch that man,
No, I
The police
can't.
should
No, I
take the
can't.
I-
consequences.
Not at this point.
It
in
makes
time.
me feel bad. And punch the kid.
I-
Get him
and-
first.
But that's the deal, Tracy. That's my point. That is exactly my point. Exactly what you just said.
They will call the police.
It makes you feel better. That ain't my goal right now. My goal is my baby hurting, and I gotta take care of my baby. Me feeling good ain't helping my baby. I can't go to her and go, "Ooh, I punched her. Do you feel better?" No. She hurting. I
But
gotta
like I
take care of
said-
my
I
baby.
agree.
Now,
I
agree with
again,
that.
again, Tracy, but this is what I also agree with you with. Like I said, you don't fell into the category that very few people have fallen into this category. I don't want nothing to happen to you. But when it does,
That would be my public statement. I don't want anything to happen to you.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm calling
That's
my
my public
cousins. Then
statement. But remember, after I see about getting my baby somewhere safe,
I'm calling my cousins.
you ain't got to. No. You ain't got to worry about my cousins. I'm not gonna put my cousins in jail behind your foolishness. But let's just say, y'all.
Oh, shoot, they'd have been in jail. They used to it.
Somebody better know where I'm at. That's all I can give
We
you.
had this conversation. We had this conversation last week that all of us
Somebody
ain't got
better
no
know where
damn
I'm
money. Tracy ain't got for $500. So
I mean, a cause like that, if it's something, I don't want nothing to happen to this child. It's something like that, and he went, yeah, I'm wiring you the money tomorrow.
yeah,
I sure am. I'm gonna show.
have to wire you some money.
Yeah, I'm gonna sure do it. I'll be like, oh,
gotta worry about it.
somebody
I
messed
may
with
have to take that 4-hour
child. He
trip,
need
dude.
bail money. Done.
Y'all
I may have
gotta
to take
worry
that
about it,
4-hour trip down to Atlanta. Like, you know
something
what?
like that. They not gonna catch me. They're not gonna catch me.
That's real nice that you say this on video.
They ain't gonna catch me. Hey, ain't nothing happen to my children. Let something happen to my children. They ain't gonna catch me.
I mean, I'm not even a mother. Like, I've never had the desire to have. If I had See, people should be glad I don't have children because if I did, I go all the way. Oh no,
But
no,
that's
not my
why your
child.
first inclination when, and this is not, I mean, I'm just saying, just different when you do have little creatures that you value more than your own life. Your first inclination ain't gonna be to put your hands on nobody. That ain't your first. That ain't your first inclination. Your first inclination is I will sacrifice myself for them. So how do I make
Yeah,
sure that they are secure? I
I
will
get what
put
you're
them
saying, Theus.
somewhere.
But after I got that child settled, trust me, I'm gonna find him. I'm going to find him.
I fully
Period.
agree with
I
you.
agree.
Period.
I'm just saying that
I can
there's
walk
some
in, chew
math
gum
you
in the
got to
sun.
do.
I'll pull it. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna pull it this and agree
Be
with.
quick and fast, honey. Be quick and fast.
Like I
I'm
said,
gonna
I
pull.
got
I'm gonna pull
relatives
it
been
this
used.
and
I
go
have
what he said.
relatives that are used to being in jail. It ain't none for
Yeah, I
them.
got some family too. They ain't worried about going back. But I'm
They
just
like, oh
saying
well.
that ain't my call to send them there.
Yeah, yeah.
So things are,
I hope
yeah.
nothing happens to you. I should end it like that.
But
Yeah.
she should file for divorce quickly.
Oh, she should get away from
Oh,
that family, get
hope.
away from that house.
I
I know that
hope.
there's a process that says don't leave the house because if you leave the house, then it complicates the divorce or whatever. But I'm like, no, your personal safety and that child's personal safety is way above any divorce settlement. Get
that rule only
out.
applies. That rule only applies to anything that would danger, and you could actually, you could actually call this an assault, and you
You
need to leave
could,
the house.
but would you really be able to say that the child was in danger? See, now you got to fight all that mess.
She was
I'm
in
saying,
mental danger.
yeah, but
No, no,
we
no,
live in
no. That
America.
was literally is assault.
It was
You
assault because he touched
anybody
her.
that puts your hands
Emotional
on
assault,
somebody
yeah.
else,
And
Simple
anybody that puts
assault.
your hands on
physical.
somebody else without consent is assault.
I fully agree with you. I'm
Mhm.
just saying that
He put his hands on her.
there's like levels to all of it, right? Because crimes against women are not taken seriously unless it's like hardcore fight. No, get out.
And that's an
Let the
attorney.
lawyers
She
Yep.
fight.
said you can leave
Yep.
mental cruelty.
Let the lawyers fight. You go see about your baby.
And call them family members ain't afraid of jail. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm going with this idea, bro. You need to go ahead and get your coins ready, cause I'm finna run you.
I will
Yeah.
run every
You
I'm
dime
gonna
you
finna,
be
ever
so
I'm
drive out of
finna
me.
poor.
run you like you ain't never been run
And if
before.
you start panhandling, I'm gonna scream at the panhandlers. I get 50% of everything he takes. Give him money. I'm gonna take that too. How about that?
My child is gonna
You
have
gonna
the
be, you gonna
absolute
be on the
best
Let me.
street with him.
treatment.
I'll
Tristan gonna
show
be on
up.
the street with him. I'm gonna need that fit. Yo, bro, that's a
I'm gonna
quarter.
show up with the sheriff at your little hotel room that you had to rent because you can't get nothing better. And I'm gonna take one of each sock. I'm taking 50% of everything you got. I'm going at you. I don't care what you
I'm
got,
taking
man.
one stock.
If
I'm
you
taking
go to
one.
the grocery store, I'm gonna take half your groceries. If you think I'm gonna take
He's
half
sitting.
your thoughts,
He's
I don't
sitting.
care. Oh, I'll
Yep.
get petty. You
Yep.
want me to get petty? I go all the way petty.
Got that right. You
Now,
sitting right there.
Taking
You
one
Don't
think
you
say.
stock.
you think
drive.
somebody
Don't
bagging your
say.
groceries? Nah, bro, that's
That's my
me.
sister.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
say.
Oh, yeah. I'm not paying for Jack. Yeah, you paying my lawyer's fee too, bro.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give me a
Yeah,
good
you need to
lawyer
go ahead and
too.
get your coins together. I ain't
Oh,
paying for
big
nothing.
yes. Big yes.
Oh, I ain't paying for
And he
Jack.
better not have a toupee. I want half of that. I want half your money. I want half your thoughts. I want half of your everything you got. Half.
I'm taking one sock, one
I
shoe.
want to see that laugh, smile just
I'm gonna take
drop
all your
from your
dreams and most of
face.
your hopes.
No, I want half of them because I want half of everything. If he goes to work, give me half his paycheck. Give me half of his lunch. The lunch he packed, I want half of it.
Taking half the picture of your mom.
Yep.
I'm splitting all pit. Boy, that would be petty, but funny as crap. Just go through and take every picture that's on the wall and cut it in half. Taking this, taking this, taking this, Take it there.
I'm gonna
That's just
take.
my dog. Don't care.
I'm gonna cut off one half of your pants leg. You don't want to mess
So,
with me.
so let's talk about that car.
Oh, 2 wheels, because I'm taking
Oh
I'm
boy.
taking both the wheels. And have the gas, and have the oil, and have the transmission fluid, and have the window washing fluid. Oh, I'm taking it all.
See what you done, Theus.
I ain't did nothing. I'm just proud of y'all.
I wonder what the most
Welcome,
petty
welcome, welcome.
divorce papers have just ever said.
Oh God. Foxy's videos of the week. Now it's funny that we making all these jokes. It's funny that we making all these jokes.
I wasn't joking. I'm serious. Half.
Take half his condom is cut.
Nah, then he gets to procreate. Now he can have 100% of his condom. He don't need to be procreating. No more children. None.
Not married to that other one.
To nobody. He deserves nobody in his life.
But I'm going to set you up with the perfect woman because it's in my heart. God has put this in my heart to do you a favor because I was married to you and I found the perfect woman for you to be with. Now, the rumor is she like to poke holes in condoms and everything, but disregard that. We don't know if that's true or not.
She loves children.
She loves children. She loves children.
So I couldn't even do that, man, because that child does not deserve to have that kind of asshole for a father.
Yeah,
I think.
They deserve.
You mean for a mother?
They deserve
mother, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the mother is bad enough, but I'm just saying you set them up together.
Yeah,
There's a baby that's gonna come out of that mess. I say just every time he go, every time you see him smile, just kick him in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? Just, but not like a hard. You gotta do the grazing one because the grazing one lasts longer.
No, just graze him. He can keep all his condoms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let him keep all them condoms. I don't want I want none of his little seed running around. Nope. You keep them. Them yours.
Jonathan, you need to go back and watch the story that we talking about that crazy wife that for the first time I ever said the divorce is the only route to take because anyway, like I said, it's just bad. It's bad there, Tracy. It's bad that we're talking about this. And this is what taking the high road look like when you're not used to people taking the high road on you.
Hey, yo, I meant to tell you, when you said that earlier, I didn't like that.
I'm sorry.
And what you mean?
I mean, something I said brought you discomfort, and I apologize.
Why would you say that?
Is there something you would have liked me to say instead?
I don't know.
Your feelings are valid, and you deserve to be heard. So if I said something you didn't like, I apologize, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, baby. Thank you for sharing that with me. Have a good day.
Okay.
Yes?
You hungry?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Have a good day. Hey, baby, me and the girls are about to hang out at the mall a little bit. You want to come with us?
No, baby. I really don't want to hang out with you and your friends.
Okay, that's cool.
Before you say... What?
I said that's cool. You don't have to hang out with us.
You not mad?
Why would I be mad? You have every right to say no to something that doesn't bring you full comfort or that you won't enjoy. But we're going to stop at that restaurant you like after we leave the mall. Did you want me to bring you something back?
Yeah, you know what I like.
Okay, baby. I'll see you later, okay?
Did you want me to?
No, baby. It is my treat. Thank you for offering, though. Thank you so much.
I could cash it.
No, I don't do cash app, baby. But thank you. Keep your little money.
Bye, babe.
Bye.
Couple things here. the first segment I'm like, oh, so that's what that looks like? Because I swear that's me. I do that. That's how I've always been. Like, you're not gonna get the argument out of me. I'll be like, yeah, I was wrong.
I'm sorry.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Hmm.
over. So you just be looking confused. But I never really had to see it in like third person. Yeah, that could be a little okay. Uh, but then the second one, she cheating.
What?
She cheating.
What?
She cheating.
How did you get
That
that out of
second one.
that?
That second one was cheating.
You
That was
realize
another one.
that's the same person talking as doing.
Mm-hmm. See, the
How?
first scenario, that was somebody who is emotionally mature and very analytical. So you came to them and you say, you know, I had a problem. You be like, you know what, you're right, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm apologizing because I recognize that I was wrong, and you shouldn't have to feel that way. And I apologize. Right? That's legit. That second one though, that was some. All right, I know he don't really. I know she don't really like my friends like that. So if I use them as the cover, I can go and say, yo, I'm going to go hang out with my girls. When really I'm going to hang out with my girl. So you'll back out because I know you will. And then when you try to go back and be like, yo, well, I will go, and you say, no, you ain't got to go, but I'll take care of you. I'll get you
Are
something on the
y'all
way home.
serious with
That
this?
she's cheating. Cheating, 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 cheating.
What?
Learn
Man,
the
you got
sign.
to
You know
stretch
that
for
they
that
like
one, man.
Learn
right
the
to be.
No
sign.
way did I think cheating.
See, the
I got
first
what
one, I
you
don't know
I
if I'll
got
say
what you
the
were
first
saying.
one's manipulative, only because it's something I do, and I hate to think that I'm being manipulative.
I did
But that second one,
I didn't get
that
cheated
was
out of that
textbook
one at
cheating
Well,
all.
code
I
right there,
didn't
boy. That was textbook.
Wow.
cheating.
Textbook.
See the part. Nah, man, you tripping. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to stretch for that
How
one
am
to
I
get
You
to
really
that
tripping?
are. I'm like,
Nah,
good.
she's cheating.
me
What?
and Just John on the
I'm
same
like,
page, man.
why? Okay, I don't even want to go on a different route, but I don't have another way of not going on a different route.
You got to be played to know the
So you
game.
got to. So
Well,
you're
you must
telling
have
me.
really been playing hard because I never would have got cheating out of that.
Oh man,
So
y'all
wait
got
a
to
minute. Hold on,
pay
this right
attention.
here. So you're telling me taking the high road, being mentally mature,
It's
emotionally
cheating.
mature, is cheating.
No, 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 no. The first time, that's what that was.
The
First
second
time
time
is
that what that
taking
was.
ownership of something that you've done wrong, saving the other person from having to go into a long diatribe, and just acknowledging that you were wrong and that you will address it and that they are validated. Right? That's one. But the other one was, yo, I'm gonna do this Jedi mind trick on you where you ain't gonna want to come with me, and it's gonna seem like it was your idea when really I already knew how you were gonna play this, and then I'm gonna shut the door on you trying to change your mind. See, that was the part that gets you. When originally you wanted me to come, and then when I was like, yeah, I really don't feel like kicking it with your people like that, and then you're like, that's okay, you ain't gotta come. Well, I mean, you know what? Because you asked, I'll come because this ain't about me. This ain't about me. No, don't come. I'll bring you something to eat. Red flags. Red flags. Sorry.
Man,
No, just tell them
I
I'm not
just
trying to cut you
never.
off by apologizing. I'm owning the fact I was wrong. Well, I don't want to
that
talk about it.
you know what the
But if
funny
I
thing
was
about it is?
wrong,
That
I'm
Well,
wrong.
what
I
do
would
people
agree with
really
you on
want when
that one
somebody
too.
says I'm sorry? Like if you
I,
I
I
would
agree.
I
I'm like,
would
what do you
agree with
want
you
from
on
me?
that.
like if
If
I'm
I'm
gonna
wrong,
say
I'm
I'm sorry,
wrong.
I was wrong. What is it that besides that? I mean, you can't undo what you've already did. So
They want to
what?
make an example out of you. They want to make sure that you can help them understand that you understand how you were wrong. And I don't owe you that.
Look, I've
You
already
don't owe
said
me
I
that, and I don't owe
apologize.
you
I
that.
didn't want to hurt your feelings.
But you know what,
Okay.
Tracy? But this is the deal where
I was wrong.
it may be manipulative. because I'm gonna ask you the one question she never asked. You sorry about what?
I'm sorry that I
The
whatever
first
the
example,
What
she
situation was.
said that
about what?
That's
Because
it. That's
unless
what
you're
you're
telling
gonna
me
get
that we
from me.
only had
because
one
she started it
conversation,
off with, I
That's
don't
what you're
like
gonna
what
get
you
from me.
said.
You mad at me because I went and got me something to eat and didn't bring you something to eat. Let's just say that's it, right? And I know I was wrong for that. I only did that because you had made me mad. You had made me mad earlier, so I did this to prove a little stupid ass empty point. And then you come to me because you've been mad. I've been ignoring you, being mad. Then you come to me about being mad, and I'm like, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that.
I got
That's
that.
all you getting from me. I'm not gonna sit here and beg for your forgiveness. I'm
But
gonna say I'm sorry.
all I'm saying is I didn't like what you said, and I need to know what it is that I said. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying, what did I say that made you feel bad?
But we both
Because
know what I
here
did wrong.
it does.
We
Because
both
here's the
know what
deal.
I did wrong.
I know we
It's
don't.
no mystery here.
There is a mystery.
You're mad
Again,
because
Kim,
I did something.
you acting like the only thing that I've had a conversation with was one conversation with her all day long. I don't know what I said to her.
You mad because I did something. You came to me mad because I did something.
What did I
And
do?
I say, I'm
What did
sorry
I
I
do?
did it.
What did I do? What did I do wrong?
She said, I
How do
don't
you
like the
not
way
know?
you talk to me.
If you legit don't know what you did wrong, then you wouldn't be apologizing. See, that is a problem. That's very manipulative. When you
Yeah,
apologize
you don't even know
just to
what you.
shut down the discussion,
That's my
that's
point. That's all my
manipulative.
point is. Thank you.
But if I know what I did wrong and I just own it, we're done here.
Look, if you know what you did wrong because you went out of your way to do, just using your analogy, you knew what you did wrong because you went out of your way to do it wrong. She didn't like it. You apologize. I get that. But she came in, I don't like the way that you said, whatever. Oh, I apologize. I'm like, wait a minute. What did I say that you that
But
that
obviously they
you was
did know.
upset about?
But they did know.
If
She
you
came in
don't,
the room upset, and the other person immediately owned that they were wrong in the situation. So they did know. There was no gap.
That you did wrong. That thing is one of the big issues going on. You shut me down. I'll never get.
see,
And,
that's wrong. Because
that's
I'm
my
gonna
deal
tell you,
is I need to know what did I say
Well,
wrong because
if it's been going on, why
my
your ass ain't
point
spoke up
may
on
be
that?
correct. My point of what I said may be correct. How I said it may be totally incorrect. So I need to know what it is that I said because I don't want to sit here and go, I'm completely wrong for what I said when basically it's like, no, I may have said it incorrectly. I may have put too much emotion into what I said. I may have made it personal
So you
instead
were
of
wrong.
yeah.
okay, but I need
So
to
you
know
were
what
wrong.
it is.
This is bruh. Don't go into battle with that argument.
I'm not. I can't go into the battle because I don't know what you said. I said wrong.
If you
What battle am I
know,
going into?
no, because if you
Oh,
know
you
that what
just
you said
turned
was
such a
factually right, but
simplicity
everything
into.
about your delivery was wrong, then you're apologizing for your jacked up delivery.
I did okay. Let me apologize for my jacked up delivery. But if I sit there and go, what? Okay,
I'm sorry, maybe it's
okay.
different for you, bro.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let me give you an example of what I literally dealt with. I know that you've been working 12-hour shifts,
Mhm.
but I really want you to hang out with at the mall with me this Saturday.
Mhm.
No, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm running. I just want to relax at the house.
Okay.
You cheating.
I don't know. I don't like the way you said it. It's like, what did I
Nah,
say? What did I say wrong?
that's a weird example.
The wrong part of that whole sentence was me saying no.
No, that was a weird example because nothing about that
But it
could
was
have
an
been
example that
misconstrued.
actually happened. It's an example that literally happened. It was me
No,
saying no was the wrong thing to say.
but did you see a reaction? Did you see a facial change? Did you see a behavior change? Right? I mean, we can't go into this. I mean, even if it's undeserved or it's irrational, hate to be like that, but let's be real. Sometimes I know my lady get mad at me. Sometimes it'd be irrational as hell. But it still be a moment where I can see that something changed. In this moment, something changed. Whether it was rational or irrational, I did or said something that upset her. Now, if I care about the fact that I have done whatever this imaginary thing is that has gotten in her brain, then I need to own it and just apologize for it. If I don't, then that means that I don't feel sorry about it, and I'm not going to address it.
But you keep saying imaginary. Why am I owning something imaginary?
That's your choice. Your choice in the matter is you may not have done anything truly wrong. She has decided because she probably had a whole monologue in her head before it ever came to your attention. And then you didn't respond according to what she expected you to respond. So now she's upset with you, not because so much of what you said, but because what you said did not fit what she expected you to say. So you now have a choice. Either you be like, man, she just acting crazy. I ain't even gonna play this. I ain't playing this game. I'm not gonna deal with it today. And then you go on and skip off into your own little sunset. So now she mad, and then you pretending like she ain't mad, right? That's one course. The other course is you see that whatever you said did not make sense to her. You know what you said. So if it bothers you, apologize to her and let it go.
Thank you. Thank you. You're apologizing simply because she said she took something wrong, and you don't even know what it was that she took wrong.
You do
know. You're not owning it. It comes off, is what I'm saying. It comes off as you're not owning it. You're just shutting it down so she can stop talking.
Oh, no. If I own it, it's because I'm owning it. I don't say something.
But you don't even know what you're owning.
I do know. I do know. Okay. I may not agree with it, but I know. She could have sat here and had a conversation with me where the only answer in her brain that would have been acceptable is blue. And I ain't know what the hell she was talking about. And I don't know why she even talking to me about this. And I said red. I don't understand nothing that led us to this moment right here.
Yeah, I think Anna is feeling the same way I am. I'm like, this little spat y'all having is just epic.
Okay, I'll leave it alone. I'm just saying.
No, y'all giving us entertainment.
The point that I'm making is sometimes.
Hold on 1 second, Fizz, because I wanted to address this real quick. Parker, this is the reason why I said that we're not going to do. You wasn't here yet. This is why I said we're not going to do the show until next Sunday, because what I don't like doing is getting half information or enough information and making a full show about it when 2 or 3 days later everything done freaking changed.
That's plenty of information, Marlon. That right there is plenty of information.
We had 93% report.
Yes.
No, I want 100. I want to know who won. I want to know who won and who lost.
We don't talk about.
I want to be done with this. I want to be done with this. I don't want.
We know, Lori.
They're leading by 2 points. I mean, we did it on Tracy's show. He's leading by 50 points.
Marlon
reported.
That was with 17% reporting, but it's cool. I get 8. 8 is 8.
By the way, Kentucky, you're full of crap. I'm sorry, but you are. You let that dude win. He won. How many reported? 1%. Okay.
Either way, look.
Okay.
Old man logic that was given to me, which I don't fully agree with, but it does have valid points when necessary. You can be happy or you can be right. Now, sometimes you have to decide to be right. Screw happy. She out there in left field. You don't agree with it. Don't sit there and just let her bully you. Be right and let her ass be mad. Sometimes you just got to do that. Sometimes you need to. I'm telling you, fellas, especially fellas, don't always just go with whatever she say, because eventually she lose respect for your little sorry soft ass. But there are plenty of times you need to do the math and be like, you know what? It don't make sense for her to be mad at me right now. but it makes sense to her, and I can see why she's mad, even though I don't agree. Baby, I'm sorry. I didn't. I shouldn't have said it that way.
Well, I tell you one thing, you
There
ain't
you
gonna
go.
know. You ain't gonna know, fellas. Since he's pulling all the
Talking to the
fellas in,
fellas.
fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know off the bat. You ain't gonna know jack squat about that woman. You ain't gonna know jack. You ain't gonna know what makes her happy. You ain't gonna know what makes her sad. You ain't gonna know what makes her mad. Because as soon as she comes to you and say, "Hey, I don't like the way you talk to me about such and such," and you never asked what it was that you talked about, just apologize and let's move on. You don't know what it was. Hell, at this point, you don't even know if it was you that said it.
If
So
you that clueless, how are you in a relationship?
You were just in the situation.
That's a special level of clueless.
Wouldn't
You're
you
clueless
know what you
now.
were
You
just?
don't know what you're apologizing for. That's all I'm
If
asking. Is
what
what
situation?
I say
I guess.
wrong?
All right. For me, I cannot imagine a scenario where I don't know what I'm apologizing for. I just can't imagine that. I may not agree with her, but I know what I'm apologizing. I may not be apologizing for what she wants me to apologize for, but I know what I'm apologizing for. That's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
Democrat control.
we do know that the Senate has control.
Yes.
We do know that from last night, which is another reason, Parker, why I said what I said was we got that report last night. That one was just so. That's why I made the decision that I made. Was like, man, we're figuring out this stuff late at night. Well, let me rephrase it: late at night on the East Coast, because the West Coast is probably it's the afternoon. We just found out, but on on the East Coast, it's night. So that's why I was like, I don't want to go through this whole hey, we finna win such and such. And then
Who is this we?
me. But you know what this? With all due respect, you could always do a video.
Who is this we?
Oh, you gonna take that?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't need water off a duck's back. I don't give a damn. What?
Because he ain't gonna do the video.
I'll fight on my turf, your turf, his turf. I don't care.
He's not gonna do the video.
Shoot, I'm always ready to suit up and fight. I just don't want to do the video. So,
Wow. Well, at least he was honest.
I'm just saying, man, because every time I get ready to do a video, man, I'll be like, man. I look at these things. I'm like, first of all, here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. Because this is not gonna be the way the show goes next week. So I can say this real quick. Folk gonna be like, yay, the Democrats retain control of Congress.
But
Equal or slightly better than the control they already have. And then my brain is gonna say, how much did you appreciate the level of control that they've had up until this period of time? Hint, you didn't. So now you're going to say, well, now do we need to see the Democrats get out there and fight and get us voter protections and some other things that we say we didn't get? And codify row. And then I would say, with whose numbers? Because you still went from 50 to 51. You still can't pass it.
You sure can't, not unless you.
So
literally just 2 votes in if you count the vice president. So yeah,
the victory that was had was keeping the crazy people from doing more crazy things. That's the whole victory.
Yeah.
That's
the
it.
whole point.
It was not we won. We didn't win a damn thing because all the things we want to accomplish
still
can't accomplish.
No.
You know that same analogy that I always have.
I know the hole in the. I get it.
No. All I'm saying, you know that analogy I always say is better to pick yourself out the ground than dig yourself out of a hole.
Yes.
The only thing you really did right now at this point, I'm trying not to be political. All you did right now is for the next 2 years take a shovel out of the people's hands.
Yes. So
They
now
still have the shovel.
Thank you.
in
And thank you
sight.
for doing that.
They can still see the shovel.
it's
And you
still there.
You grabbed the shovel and you threw it across the ground. You ain't making it
Right.
completely utterly disappear.
Yes.
You just threw it across
Yep.
the ground, and it's
Yes.
going to take them 2 years to fight.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, there you go.
But now, what the discussion has to become, which I fear it will not become, because we're going to be distracted by this Democratic. We have a new mandate. You ain't got no damn mandate. Y'all still tired. You ain't got no mandate. Here's what needs to be done. We need to take this moment in time, and we need to start focusing on the things that we really want, so that we can get more candidates in position next go round, which is only a year and a half from now, before we go back into election season. So we got to get to work on that. We have to recognize that these young voters that everybody said don't ever show up, show the hell up.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
time.
We got to recognize that all these women that showed up, these white suburban women and every other woman across the country, they showed up and they got out there and voted. And we need to recognize that their ass ain't going to do that next go round. So you need to start talking to these people and start getting.
I wanted you to hold on to this to next week.
Because next week is a different analysis, and I want to talk about it now. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
You actually do got a point there. It probably will be a
Yeah, it'll change by next week.
Yeah.
By next week, the whole thing be flipped upside down again.
By next
probably
week, we'll be talking about should Biden run again. Yeah, come on, man.
The answer to that is clearly no. No. Don't you run no more.
Put your running shoes away.
We're going to the next video. I want this same energy next week, even though Tracy been texting her boyfriend for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, because y'all kept on spatting, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just do nothing.
Spatting?
Yeah.
That's all right. At least now we know she got a boyfriend.
What is his name? What's his name? What's his name?
I-N-G.
What's his name?
I don't know. You just
What's he
what?
look like?
I don't know.
Tell us his name.
You
What's that
know
guy?
what?
What's that guy from Amazon? I don't know.
Tell Rufus we say hello.
Tracy dating that guy from Amazon.
Let me tell y'all. See, will
Leonard.
y'all leave that video in the past?
Tracy would date a guy named Leonard. I could see that. I tell Leonard hello.
Leonard. Going on, Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard.
Y'all was sitting here having a couple spats, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing.
Hey, what's that guy's name when they sing the Zodiac song? Float on. Who's it? Charles. It's Charles. Because everybody real smooth. Hi, my name is
Yep.
Tracy,
Y'all call me.
and I'm a Leo. Hi. My
But I was born in
Rodney.
January.
I was
I'm an Aries.
I
Hi, my name Charles.
Next video.
Please.
All right, this is the racism test. You have 10 seconds to unscramble each word. If you don't, you're racist. Now, are you ready?
How hard can it be? I ain't racist. Let's go.
All right, please unscramble this first word.
Bro, that one's easy. It's mushroom.
That is correct. Now, your second word.
Bro, that one's peas. Is this even a racism test? You're
That's
literally
correct.
listing
Now,
food and
this
asking
is where
me to
most people
unscramble
fail.
them. How
Your
does
last
this
word
have
is-
anything to do with
That's a word? Your eye? My egg? Hurry up, or else you're racist.
Wait! The answer is ginger.
That is correct. You, sir, are not racist.
First of all, I never would have got the ginger. But second of all,
No,
is also, it's not racist, but it is socially.
Unacceptable to call somebody
Yeah.
ginger.
Thank you. There you go. It's
Redheads
not
should
right.
be proud to be that they can't go out in the sun. It ain't their fault.
Why you go there? Tracy?
what in the world?
Why they just gonna be
Spice
redheaded?
ginger.
Give yourself the food.
They can't to go outside because because
They
their hair is
can,
red. They
you
have
go
paler skin.
outside.
Have you
Yes,
ever seen a
they're the
redhead with?
albinos of white people, but still, they get to go outside.
Oh my God. People are
What?
determined I'm not going to keep this show. You
What?
just determined.
What
I'm
happened?
just saying their skin is different.
Everybody on the face of the planet except you two. With ginger. The spice.
Oh, I
Nope.
thought ginger the
You
hair
can't say
color.
You
spice.
cook with it. It's
But
Ginger.
I don't cook
Ginger
with
is
tasty.
it.
really good for your tummy.
No, it
It
don't.
really helps when
It
you're
don't taste
nauseous.
good.
Yeah.
Ginger ale is good, but not ginger by itself.
Oh no,
Ginger tea,
I cut ginger up and just
ginger
swallow it.
chicken,
It's great.
Nah, not
ginger
I
like
don't want
soup,
it
that.
in my food. I don't want it in my food.
Mm-mm.
ginger
That's
cookie.
The opinions expressed on this show is not an affection of the show. Viewer discretion advised.
What you talking about? We were just talking about ginger root.
it's not like we sitting here talking about
Ginger.
mayonnaise and how
Uh,
terrible it is.
Don't mess with Marlon about mayonnaise. You know he can't handle spicy food.
I be trying so hard not to break up because I know it makes Anna sick. But Anna, feel free to just do whatever it
I'm
is.
okay right now.
Don't even cut the camera. Just do whatever it is that you normally would do when you get sick. So maybe
I mean, mayonnaise is quite nauseating, so I get it.
again
Mhm.
from the words of Nikki, nobody would take your food takes on nothing this. Your category of fruits, vegetables, and grains, you put in a category of food that floats, food that cuts the roof of your mouth.
Captain Crunch? You talking about Captain Crunch, aren't you?
It do cut the roof
No,
of your mouth.
Captain
That's
Crunch
why you
doesn't
don't
cut
need to
the roof
eat
of
it.
your
One
mouth.
is
No,
floating,
that's
and
serious.
two is dangerous. Don't do it.
No, Captain Crunch is good. It don't tear. It does not tear the roof of my mouth up. Never.
And then Tracy, nobody's listening to you either because you literally will make a breakfast into a dessert.
So
Why
basically,
not?
because you don't agree with us, you
You
want to
literally make
silence
a
us
breakfast
about
into a
brother.
dessert.
You can take a waffle
I
and put
want a
ice cream
waffle.
on it.
I want a waffle.
You
with
can
2
take
scoops
a
of ice
waffle
cream,
and
a
put ice cream
spoonful
on
in
it. It is possible. If you warm the waffle up, you put some cold ice cream on it, and then you put Sunday, whatever that chocolate sauce on, that's a dessert. Period.
Mhm.
Just because y'all not cultured like I am, that doesn't mean anything.
Culture?
Put some homemade hot caramel.
I'm gonna pull an Anna. Y'all
I'm
need
with
to
you.
now.
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not a big, make a dessert out of my breakfast person,
Oh
but I
no
do
no no
like
no!
my breakfast
I'm
to be sweet.
apologize.
So I'm gonna be on Tracy and Anna's side here because I do like sweet breakfast, like cinnamon rolls,
It
pancakes.
will. Oh my god!
Mm.
No, anything that hits my stomach, and I'm not even joking. I cannot eat anything sweet in the morning.
What?
It
What?
literally will make
You must
me
have. You
sick.
must not. You wouldn't have liked what I had for
Wow.
breakfast the other day. I
No,
had
it
two
does. It does.
pancakes.
It off the bat. Anything sweet. First of all, I'm not a sweets person to begin with, but anything sweet in the morning, no.
No, I went to boy when I
Hallelujah.
went to Cracker Barrel the other day. I had two pancakes, some orange. Oh boy,
So I don't like Cracker Barrel. I
Ooh-wee.
can't. I said Cracker Barrel. First of all, the name of the restaurant bothers me, but then
The food doesn't
beyond
bother me at all. The
that
food is
creepy,
awesome.
that creepy vestibule
But
before you can get to the
congratulations for
actual
knowing your
restaurant.
stomach,
That
Marlon.
is freaky. I can't handle that. It's like Christmas threw up in the store, and then they syrup is all watery down.
No, it's not that they
some
eat
thick-
up the syrup.
Go
Oh,
get me some Alaga. Get me some of that good old diabetes special syrup. Don't give me that watered down stuff to be rolling off the pancake. Now I got to chase it around the plate. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something about
Yeah.
sweets in the morning, it really tears my stomach up.
I don't
It
like
just
sweets
really does.
after breakfast.
yeah, after breakfast, but
I don't like
during
sweets after
breakfast.
breakfast. I don't care about dessert. Not a big thing for me. But breakfast time,
Listen, Parker, that's right. I sure would. Look at the culture we got.
All this ice cream and syrup. Oh, there was a waffle under here. Oh, by the way, the point I was making about food that cuts the roof of your mouth, Thea said waffles.
I ain't say waffles cut the
You,
roof of my.
you
I
did say
said that I
waffles.
don't like them hard ridges
Of what?
of the waffle.
But is it just a pancake with squares?
It's a deformed pancake.
They have exactly.
pancake.
Hey, Tracy, now here's the funny thing about it. Do we all not agree that even if Thea's like waffles, he'd be so anal that he would drop one in each
and every one of them.
Not every hole. You gotta sprinkle them around. You
so
sprinkle in a circle.
No, you would go each one, and then you would.
No, but you got to make sure that as you're doing it in the circles that you're sprinkling, that it does go in the hole, because that way they can work their way to the rest of it. But if you just go all willy nilly on it, that's just crazy, man. That's some psychopathic stuff, man. Don't do that.
Dia said in the hole. Anyway,
in the hole. Oh my goodness.
Just eat pancakes, people. Just eat
no,
pancakes.
Waffles are good. Waffles are very good.
Eat what you like.
Eat what you like. Next video.
Unless it's mayonnaise.
Yep, now that.
Oh, hell yes! Fuck you, Lauren Boebert. What the hell are you gonna do for work now, bitch? Nobody knows.
That's right. Lauren is rich and pretty and white and carries a gun. I think she'll be okay, folks.
She's gonna be fine.
They gonna
and by
be
the
all
way,
right.
what job is she gonna have? The same job she had before she ran.
Yeah.
Well, she said all she want to do is go and raise her kids and her goats.
That is what she said, though. That's exactly what she said.
I'm saying, please. I hope the people of Colorado let her go raise her kids and her goats. Go ahead.
Maybe because I don't know. I don't see her as attractive. I see her as
she's pretty. She ain't as pretty as Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin is stone cold foxy, but she loony. Oh, Sarah Palin fine.
What?
Here's the deal. I'm not disagreeing with Thea's
Tina Fey plays Sarah Palin, and Tina Fey fine.
Yeah, not Tina Fey is. Yeah.
But what? Okay.
Tina Fey?
They look just like each other.
What?
But Tina Fey fine.
But here's the deal, and I guess it's this is me. Everybody, that's not true at all. You're cute. You're fine. You're beautiful. You're attractive. Until you open your mouth. Oh. And then at a certain point,
then it's like,
I don't even care no more.
You can still be pretty and not want to be.
About you and your mouth is just like, So yeah, Laura Boebert is attractive.
I don't care.
Got all the words from Laura Boebert.
Laura Boebert is like a great value Sarah Palin.
I mean, do I really care that Brad Pitt is a scholar? Pretty much, nope. I really don't care.
If you like Brad Pitt, then Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt.
I'm just using that as an example.
But see, Boebert isn't all that rich. However, by her getting elected, she got her husband hired as a lobbyist. So they got that lobby money coming in, and then she turned around and I don't know what happened with the business. But either way, she got like $100,000 worth of PPP loans that got forgiven.
Yeah.
So I mean,
see, his taste in women is just as bad as his taste on food.
You know what? I feel offended.
You should have picked Sarah Palin. I'm like,
I'm sorry. I didn't say I wanted to know what
you feel offended, Fizz. I apologize.
Thank you, Marlon.
I don't, because
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The apology wasn't for you, Marlon. It was for me. Thank you, Marlon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't believe it, but I apologize.
I don't care if you understand why you apologize. I appreciate that you did.
Oh.
Now play some Mariah Carey so we can finish up strong.
Turn on the heat before coming to bed. Oh, now it's cold. Oh, okay. Been cold all day.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Foxy, turn on the heat before you come to bed. It's been cold all day.
Yeah, but she's trying to go to bed now.
Yeah, but I told her that blanket wasn't gonna work.
So turn the heat on.
In due time.
See that? You be setting yourself up for just nonsense for no reason. My wife be cold too. I don't know. Our whole family, nobody walking around, everybody in t-shirts and gym shorts. She the only one wrapped up like a burrito somewhere. But she say she cold. We turn the heat on and we just go on about our business.
Yep, Lauren Boebert. I was gonna say Boebert is gonna win. Unlike Linda Poulsen. Can we just reflect on the great campaign that Linda ran?
Can we not?
What we can do is reflect on the great campaign that Stacey Abrams and Beto O'Rourke ran.
Yeah, he kept it a whole lot closer. I was like, he kept close.
This is what I was meaning. This is what I was meaning when I was talking about independence. Is even not winning means you're chipping away, but you got to keep going because your independent is every time an independent lose and you bring in a new independent, you're starting from scratch.
But neither one of those two are independent.
Independents, yeah, they're both.
They're grassroots Democrats, which is a little different. But so they're pretty close. They're pretty close. The problem with independents though is because the two parties own everything, it's really hard to keep. Because that's my same critique of the independents, right? Every cycle they got a new somebody, and it came out like right now we got safety vest Bradley, who running around out there, right? But
y'all leave my interview alone.
But
it was one interview. It was one.
But it's hard to run as an independent multiple times because people are putting money behind you. And so when you lose twice in a row, they're like, why am I going to keep throwing money at you?
4 or 5 times.
Really hard.
But they would do that for a Democrat. Look how many times.
The Democrats are different, though.
Look how many times Beto O'Rourke ran for stuff and he didn't win.
And look how little the Democratic Party put on. The Democratic Party looked at him and...
No, because they were too busy giving it to Republicans.
But the guy gave us an answer to how to fix all of it, though.
They did give money to Republicans.
What you said wasn't true. It's true they did give some money to some Republicans.
They did.
Nothing to do with Beto O'Rourke.
No, but I'm saying the money that they were giving to Republicans, they could have given some to him.
Where they did that, they won. So
wait a minute, what?
So what she's talking about is
they to Republicans they could have gave to him.
Instead of giving money to the other people, that's like
2 races that the Democrat, the DC, ZCC, however many C's in now, they put money
to the stupid Republican
behind a Republican, like a out there Republican,
instead of giving it to their own.
In the primary, they put money behind the radical Republicans so they could get the weaker Republican to be up against their Democrat, and they ended up winning. So the Democrats did the right thing. Right?
Yeah, but look what it cost you. It cost you a seat in Kentucky. Charles Booker could have used some of that money.
Charles couldn't have won that.
Stacey Abrams could have used some of that money.
Beto O'Rourke could have. Stacey could have used some money.
Beto O'Rourke could have used some of that money.
But it wouldn't have helped Beto. Wouldn't have helped Beto.
Beto right now in Texas. I'm sorry, Theo. Beto in Texas is what my point was. Beto's has to chip away. Beto's is not going to win straight out. Literally what you said. The last time he ran, he lost. This time he lost a little closer. This is a chip. You cannot treat every state, no matter how crazy the Republicans is, no matter how wild and elusive it is. Look at the state.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Beto, a hard state. Texas, Florida are hard states for Democrats to get a foothold. It would be the equivalent of saying a Republican is running California and New York.
Well, here's why
you got to look at the state, no matter how crazy the person is.
But California had a Republican governor.
Yeah, here's why Beto won't win. Beto will not win because Beto has run for every damn office.
He sure has. Like, dude, come on. Stop.
ain't nothing left for him but to run for like House Rep or
City council. That's
right?
it.
So
he done ran for governor, senator, president,
and president, right?
I'm
so
like,
Oh, Park. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
Ted Cruz will beat him just like he beat him the last time.
And Ted Cruz will beat him. Yes.
right. So there's something like Democrats have to play in Texas, but they need to play local. Like they're not. That's why the Democratic Party didn't throw no money behind Beto, because at the end of the day, Beto had to run uphill the whole way, right?
He
whole
got a
way.
lot closer than I thought he would.
He
I was
did a
like,
great
oh,
job,
Yeah.
but he wasn't going to get a statewide election. Not right now. Not with the
he
Trump
should run for
crazies.
mayor. Mayor's an office he has not ran for.
Yeah, and he maybe could win there. But my thing is, he has run for everything, so I don't know if he can run another thing. He probably needs to start like a nonprofit or a private organization that goes out there and makes change, right?
Yeah.
Same thing for Stacey. Stacey, you need to go on and become an institution here in Georgia and just like terrorize Republicans all across the Southeast. That's what you need to do. Stop running for office. I'm sorry. If you lived in some other state, you'd be in office right now. But here in Georgia, you had a hard thing to go up against Kemp because Kemp stole the first election from you.
Sure did. Now
Okay.
that we agree with. He literally
stole that one from you. But then this is what Kemp did after that, though.
Y'all keep going. I'm going to go turn the heat on so I don't get in trouble.
Thank you.
Do what Foxy tells you, you'd be better off.
But what Kemp did this time was he backed off the crazy.
Yeah.
And the state ran okay. Now, we do have this terrible abortion ban crap that we got out here. But other than that, Kemp has been very low key running the state. Ever since I can't remember her name, but the Atlanta mayor, they ran her up out of there. She went and got her a job with the Democratic Party doing her thing now.
Keisha Bottoms.
There you go, Keisha Lance Bottoms. So once she was gone, Kemp didn't have anybody to fight all the time. So he was able to just become normal.
Yeah, but maybe she should run for mayor of Atlanta.
Who?
Stacey Abrams should run for mayor of Atlanta.
She can't be unless she's gonna move here.
She doesn't live in Atlanta?
I don't think she lives in Metro Atlanta. I don't know. But if you're gonna run for mayor,
But
of
if
Atlanta,
Herschel
you better
Walker-
live there first.
But Herschel Walker came from Texas and he ran for senator, so why can't
He
she
ran
run
for statewide office for a party that doesn't care. The Democratic Party will care if you live.
I was pretty
in
sure
Macon
she would. What
and
other
run
city
for
would she
Atlanta.
live in?
I don't know what city she live in. Let me see.
Whatever city she's in, that's the one.
It says that she lives in Atlanta, so she could do it.
Oh
yeah, I was like, there's no what other city does somebody black in Georgia live in? I mean, basically, it's Atlanta. Come on,
Marietta, Gwinnett,
Atlanta.
I'm sorry, you said cities. Lawrenceville,
Atlanta,
Buckhead, which is Atlanta. You're right.
Yeah, I'm like, it's Atlanta. That's like saying, what city in Indiana could you live in and be black? Indianapolis.
And see, now I love this. So that's we got to finish up, but a pivot that I would love for us to one day get into. I don't know how to do it myself, or I would, is how we start to focus on where we are concentrated and leverage our influence and power there. Right? Like, there's only 13% of us, but we live in like the same 8 to 10 places. Like, we ain't all over the place. So where we are, we're concentrated. So there are things we can do to exact more leverage than what we currently do.
All right. Mickey, are you still on? Just say yes or no. Well, if you're not on, don't say nothing. But Mickey, are you on? Just say yes.
But I gotta go potty though.
to make it.
Page and Mickey.
Is Mickey
Okay.
in there?
I don't know if Mickey's still on or not, but she'll see the replay. Been a long time. Found a Mickey joke.
Uh-uh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
I am on what? Okay. Found a Mickey joke. Probably gonna have. No, never mind.
I'm sorry to inform you. Your daughter was eating candy in the bathroom today. What? My daughter watches her calories. She doesn't like sweet things. Bring the girl in. That's not my daughter. Ma'am, that's candy.
Hey, play that again, because I told
Daughter
her.
got good taste, man.
I'm gonna play it. I don't even have to take everybody down, but just pay attention because it goes a little fast. But yeah, that was funny as crap.
I'm sorry to inform you. Your daughter was eating candy in the bathroom today. What? My daughter watches her calories. She doesn't like sweet things. Bring the girl in. That's not my daughter. Ma'am, that's candy.
And I'm supposed to be catching, and I'm not catching it.
Okay, so she's basically just told the mother that her daughter is gay.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait.
We're not talking about a little sweetie. We're talking about.
We're not talking sweet tarts.
Sweetie.
Well, it depends on her diet.
Yeah,
She might be a
no,
little
yeah,
sweet.
nope.
What?
Because you're always going to take it that one step too far. You always do.
Not this. I would never, ever.
I know, Tracy, right?
I mean, that was sarcasm, but
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear sarcasm. I heard agreement.
We said this show hasn't even got over to clean it up under the chastity and make sure the lube. We haven't even got over that yet. So yeah, Diaz would take it way too far.
I am shocked and appalled.
So was we when you was talking about it. Was that the Mamma Mia song? Is that what that is?
no, that's not the Mamma Mia song. I recognize that crap.
What?
It pays to have a dirty. I guess I don't, because I'm like, oh.
No, Tracy, you don't. You don't have a dirty mind. You don't. And that's good. We have enough people on this show who does, so you're fine. Ooh. I got to call it a night. Anna, tell everybody where they can find you.
BoreliaEtc.com.
Tracy.
TracyMediaLLC.com. Join me Tuesday for my show. I have another interview coming.
Hey, is it Safety Vest Matt?
I have another interview coming Tuesday. Be there.
Is it another Hotepian? Does he refer to women as women's?
Yeah, tell everybody where they can find you.
ComplexSimpleman.com. ComplexSimpleman.com.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, that is our show for tonight. I truly appreciate everybody that came out. Please, as a favor, could you please hit that like button on the way out the door? And we will see everybody next weekend for Saturday Night Live and Radical Truth Power. Please do not forget to go to Tracy's show, Tracy Carson, to watch her interview with somebody that works at Kmart. And until next time, we will see you when we see you. Peace.